Yeah. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, it's Shitsville. We talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm Lem. Introduce himself.
Yo, what's good? Jesus Shuttleworth, the guy, aka Go Artist. Welcome to Tuesday night NFL. Just welcome, nigga. Let's get this fucking shit started. Fuck you, let's go.
Yeah, it's Tuesday night, yo. He was trying to remix it, but it didn't kind of hit. But it's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? It's Tuesday night. This boxing. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey yo, what's good? You already know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go. We got a lot of shit to talk about today. Let's get into it.
Yes, sir, King P. Obviously, is at one of the fights, and we'll get into that in a little bit. And of course, Conscious will probably join us in a little bit, and maybe Rome as well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I said, there was plenty of boxing to talk about, and it was actually live too, particularly the Top Rank card, man.
Well, there was a lot of low IQ boxing this week. I'll be taking that.
It's facts. That's facts though. But you can safely say on Top Rank a star was truly born. With Keyshawn the businessman Davis. You know what I'm saying? And Top Rank pretty much marketed. Obviously, he was the main event. And of course, his brothers also fought on the undercard as well. Now, speaking of his brothers, man, honest opinion of him, what do you guys think of
man? Kelvin is fucking mid. Like, he is definitely the weakest link of that family. So Keon has some potential. I'll say that. I want to see more of it, but Kelvin, he's not it. He's clearly the weakest link.
Kelvin. Because I remember the first time I saw Kelvin, it was on. I think it was on one of Eddie's DAZN shows or whatever, and he almost got knocked out. And I think either the first or second round. I think he hung on to win the decision, but I was just like, damn, this guy, he's not really that talented. Keon, Keon is like he's a welterweight, right? P, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Keon is a welterweight. Not for very long though.
Dude has Punisher dimensions, I'm just like, geez. But the fact is, he doesn't have Punisher's work rate or kind of his killer instinct for that too. Because I was like, damn, this dude is kind of too big to kind of be doing a little bit of pity patting and shit like that. Even though he scored a knockdown in the final round, the fight, But I was like, hey, but he won and he won clear. But it's like, I'm sure they have plenty of time to kind of improve on that. But hey, it was successful. All the brothers won, and of course, Keyshawn Davis. Now, obviously, before, although it wasn't mentioned, although we found out after we did the preview that Lemos decided to blow weight by 6.5 pounds. Dude could would have made a 140 fight. Dude was.
Hold on, wait. What was the co-main for the Friday night fight?
Oh, it was it Troy Isley?
Yeah, that shit was putting me to sleep.
Oh, okay.
And then there was the Abdullah fight.
Yeah, which we'll get to that. But yeah, Troy Isley, Tyler Howard. Yeah, full recommendation to avoid that. Shit was a
yawn. That was a snooze fest.
Yeah, no, but Keyshawn Davis and Lemos, like they said, he blew weight and he did that shit on purpose because he was like, he kind of they need me in this main event, and Brian Norman dropped out from this card, so it was like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna make any type of weight I want, and they're gonna have to just deal with it.
I mean, fight should have never been at 135 anyway,
which is true too.
Honestly, this is one of those situations where I don't blame him. I honestly don't. I don't have no problem. And the way it played out, hey, that's even better. It make for a better story. Because, they was trying to drain him. They was trying to give Keyshawn Davis an easy win. And so it worked out better this way because fighting to drain Lemos ain't really the business.
Right.
I didn't like how Lemos started the fight. His approach was different. I felt like he may have been a little cocky too. He was aggressive, but he wasn't jabbing in like he normally does. He was literally just throwing one shot at a time and like lunging in. So, it was only a matter of time for he get clipped up and shit, and he got pieced up.
Yeah, eventually. And honestly, I didn't think Keyshawn had that type of power to put him away like that, though. But because Lemos is solid.
Nah. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you. I'm sorry. I didn't think so either. But I guess because dude was jumping into the shots, and Keyshawn had all the leverage on him. Like it was like fight night knockouts. Like you literally just run your head into it, and the nigga just catch you with the perfect. So I didn't.
Real quick, I got a question for y'all. If y'all are fighting professional bout, right? You agree to a weight, but you come in heavy and you don't give a fuck about losing the weight. What would be your reason for coming in heavy? Because I feel like this nigga was scared, so he put on the weight to absorb shots. But what would be a reason?
I just don't think dude could make the weight, and he just said, "Fuck it, I'm not even gonna try."
So you think he tried to make weight and he couldn't?
No, he didn't try to make weight.
I don't think he he trained because dude was muscular. He was strong. Like you could tell he had a training camp. He trained, but like King P said, I don't think he gave a fuck about the weight because I felt like he knew he had some leverage, and I also felt like he wanted to win because he got robbed in his last fight. So he just looked at it like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna get drained."
I'll say this: I heard from some people that were there that even on the second day he was still like fucked up, like he was in horrible shape. They were low key laughing at him. Yeah.
What is his walk around weight then? If it was so hard for this nigga to get down at least
because I mean. He fight at 140, so like, don't tell me this nigga walk around at 180.
I don't know what way he walks around. So, but he was still fucked up on the second day. So
he came in the fight like at 155 or some shit.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's honestly ridiculous. That's honestly ridiculous in 2 days.
Yeah, but the bad thing too is it wasn't like Lemos had actually signed a contract with Top Rank because Top Rank signed him based off that robbery that against Hitchens. I was like, look, let's snatch him up and and see if we can put him in the mix in the 140 mix.
But the thing is, and it's interesting you said that. So he weighed in at 155, which is true, but it's like he had to make the weight limit of 144 or 146.
It was 146.
146 that day, so he could only balloon up to 9 pounds. But even then, you got to wonder, like, how much of that
he was trying to stay as heavy. He was trying to stay as heavy as possible, no matter what.
Like getting bloated as much as possible. Pause. The day of the fight is actually gonna hurt you more, like ballooning in weight. So, I'm sure that played a part in it.
So he fucked up on the last day. Then the Saturday is where because he put up on. Because I'm thinking like. The Friday, you good, bro. Like, honestly, them putting that restriction on him was better for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he should have been damn. Because if they didn't put that restriction, he would have weighed 155 the next morning.
Right. And
still try to put that on. It's crazy though. Like, damn.
He was trying to get I feel like he was trying to get an unfair advantage because he knew he didn't have the skill set to beat the nigga.
No, I think he had a skill set. But
crazy part is he got the skill set. That's the crazy part. Like, and he had the momentum and everything. Like, but I don't know. I just blame this is a logistic thing for me. Like, Top Rank, they knew what they were doing. They should have never made this fight for 135. They should have just went 140 or should have did a catch weight or something. I would have said like, fuck it, let's do 138.
Right. So and dude just like, you know what, I'm gonna get paid, and most likely whatever the fine was probably inconsequential to him. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna blow this weight, and that's that, and but you guys need me because without me in the main event, then you have Troy Isley and Tyler Howard, and that would have been a financial disaster.
And now they could drop him or do whatever because it's like. It's one thing if you did some Ryan Garcia shit and you put up a good fight, but you didn't even put up a good fight. Like you only went to like the second round and
and
was getting dribbled around and shit.
Yeah, and got pummeled. Like, especially the second to last knockdown, dude stood up and just fell in his corner. Dude was stanky legged. I'm like, okay, yeah, this shit's over. Like the referee.
None of y'all had that shit that early. None of y'all picked that shit that go that early.
Hell no, we didn't.
Nobody thought that's like that was like one of the craziest.
And even I predicted it. I said KO, but I didn't say KO that fucking early.
And that brutally and that damn suddenly like.
Yeah,
God damn.
Keyshawn was motivated. Dude had that fire in his eyes because he was like, I'm gonna this weight cheater. Like, I'm gonna put him out. Like, dude punched right through dude. Like, that, like you're supposed to. Like, dude, he wasn't fucking around. He
had the Aikido punches, but he was straight jumping into them shits. He just used his own momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Bow, like. Oh, hey, what up, Earn with Hearn? No Conscious Pilot. This show looking great already.
That's fucked up. Yo, who the fuck said that? Shout out to Pilot. Where is that nigga at? That nigga took a late flight. He's coming, nigga.
He's coming. He's
some Jollibee or some shit. 99% of the time for missing weight is unpreparedness. Lemo case, no different. Dude at a terrible camp.
I don't think
I don't think he had a terrible. The dude, he didn't look flabby or nothing. Like the only thing that would just kill me now if they find out he was on something.
No, appearance don't equate. Hold on, real quick. Appearance don't equate to how in shape you are, nigga. I know some bodybuilder niggas that can't run with me, so it don't really equate.
He had a calculated plan, but it backfired. It is what it is.
Yes.
Like you can be cut up.
I'm seeing niggas trained and looking out of shape. Like I don't know. Like I'm more falling into like what King P said. Like he knew what he was doing, and it fucking misfired real horrible. Like
right. I mean, if dude,
we've been watching boxing too long. Like he didn't look like he just had a terrible camp. Like
because when I'm seeing this nigga coming in heavy like this, I'm like, oh, he's ready to go to war with this nigga for rounds. Like he trying to deliver some punishment. But
I mean, he was ready to, but it just
because he was aggressive. It just that's what I'm saying. I think he got cocky too. Like he thought he could just jump on the young nigga, pause, and just have his way with him. Like pause. Like he didn't. Like if you watch the Hitchens fight, he jabs in, double jabs, he comes in, boom. This fight, he's like this.
Mm-hmm.
He's just reaching and just jumping at this nigga. Like if you're worth your counter punching skills, you was gonna line that up. Like it just no one thought Keyshawn would line him up like that early. Like because in the first round was kind of competitive. Keyshawn was feeling him out. He had the jabs. He was countering him with some shit, but you knew it was like, okay, Keyshawn probably going, he was looking like a poor man's like Hatton Floyd. Like but Lemos ain't got Floyd. I mean, ain't got Hatton footwork. Like
right.
So Keyshawn ain't really have to struggle with like the ring general shit. He just really just had to be composed, take a step back, half step, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Put the jab, rangefinder out there, line, bow, like, and fucking Lemos made it easy. Fucking just jumping in this shit. He was doing his best Tim Tszyu impression, really.
Yeah,
nigga fought like Tim Tszyu instead of fucking Lemos.
Yeah, and ended up him getting brutally knocked out, and the crowd went crazy. Like that was Keyshawn's star-making performance right there. Like, he understood the assignment and he delivered it.
Just family had his sisters singing the national anthem. Like,
yeah, and they were singing good too. Like,
I just want to say shout out to my boys Trill and Gritty because they was there, and I seen them on video like going crazy with the knockout when I seen with the commentary. You see Bradley and them going crazy, and I see Trill, my man Trill and Gritty going crazy behind him, and Pusha T was sitting right next to him. I was like, oh, y'all was lit. That shit was crazy. That definitely looked like a fun time.
I would have loved to go because Michael Vick was there and everything too. I was like, shit, like that. I was like, dude, that could have been one I wish I could have.
Only person missing was Allen Iverson. He was the only one that wasn't there. I'm like, damn, y'all missing the trifecta of Virginia niggas. Like, y'all had Pusha and y'all had Vic. Y'all just needed AI. What the hell?
Yeah, and that shit was live too. And then dude delivered on the post fight interview too, calling out Tank. Which led to a whole lot of boxing Twitter talk. Because
I mean, if you have a performance like that, nigga, make your call out your what's that shit? Your interview, your post fight interview, make that shit important too. Like,
yeah, your statement, like it's like
you can't fumble that. Like, you gotta, if you're gonna look that good, you gotta do the damn thing all the way, bro. And he did. Like, he won the event. He won the night.
Mind you, he kind of had to because Tank was online getting emotional because fucking what's his name? Dude Najee from Cigar Talk was talking about, like, he was talking to Keyshawn about Tank, and Tank was like, "No interviews for you. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, I see.
Like, lame. You're coming off emotional. Like, you gotta had to say something if you're Keyshawn.
And then Keyshawn's like, Javante, knock knock. So yeah.
That was dope. That was personality.
Yeah, and also we need definitely more of that too. And I know obviously there's some different opinions. Like, obviously, I mean, with a performance like that, yeah, sure. Like, I mean, now because you have to put him in the equation with with a possible Tank component. But so I know some people are like, okay, maybe because I know Bob is gonna try to steer him towards Barichek to try to get that lightweight belt off him, and
that needs to be an early 2025 move if that's the case. That shit don't need to take the fucking summer or fucking fall type shit.
Facts, because it wasn't like Keyshawn took any damage in that fight. Like, it's like,
get the turnaround on. So just so we can knock this out, because you brought it up really.
Mm-hmm.
The poll topic.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh, look who arrived! Like, nigga, you better have that poll topic with you.
I was finally late for the first time. That's amazing.
Nah, you've been late a bunch of times, nigga. Because if you get here after me, nigga, you late.
No, we started early. He on time.
10:23. Damn. Fucking Rome saved your ass, nigga. I just looked at the time, like, yeah, he right. Damn.
This is normally the time where you be like, all right, let's get drinks type shit.
No, this is probably a time where I come back from getting my drink, this nigga be like, I'll be right back.
My device wasn't connected. I heard you talking about the Najee. Najee be playing both sides a lot, though. He's kind of he's a little sus. Najee, he gets interviews and stuff, but he plays the game a little,
Bro, all he did was just answer a question. All he did was there was people commenting in the comment section. And he was reading the comment. Like,
that was Tank got emotional on that one though. Yeah, Tank did get kind of called him a pussy. He called him a pussy.
I don't get like why boxers gotta call regular things.
And the whole, I hate it when motherfuckers be like, oh, they playing both sides. You mean he's neutral? He's not fucking favoring and swinging on one fucking fighter? Like,
which is what we want. Like, we want niggas to be neutral and objective. Like, and I'm glad that someone with a big platform actually has that stance. So I don't get the whole both siders shit. Like,
yeah, there's too many other platforms that do that shit.
Yeah, like, let this nigga rock. Like, I mean, you could tell he a fan. Like,
he's a fan.
And it's not like dude said anything disrespectful.
No, he didn't say anything with that warranted that.
Yeah, comment. He wasn't laughing. He wasn't saying anything disrespectful. He was.
Yeah, he didn't call him a duck. He didn't call him a duck or anything. He didn't call him a duck or anything. Yeah. Not even call him a duck. He called him a pussy.
See, he called him a pussy, like straight up. Like, I mean, what do you gotta do if a boxer calls you a pussy? So I mean, it's like
see, I don't like that because you inviting gunplay. Because the nigga like, all right, I'm a pussy. Then all right, nigga, like,
yeah,
like what's the whole point, like, bro? Like, we know you will win. Like, you beat up 12 of them niggas.
Exactly. So it's just like, and that, I mean, boxers, like I say, you've been around boxers, they'll say whatever. Like, I mean, you can't. I mean, what you gotta do? Call him a pussy back,
and I got the poll up. Pause. Is Keyshawn Davis ready for Javante Tank Davis at 2025? We got 124 votes so far, and it is split down the middle, 50-50.
Woo! That nigga's a star. That nigga's a star.
Yeah.
I mean,
so who voted yes?
That was a star performance for sure.
I did. I voted yes.
Yeah, I put yes.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I voted yes too. It's about time Tank fight somebody worth something, nigga.
Now, but then here's my kind of argument.
God damn.
Keyshawn has not had a 12-round fight yet and has not won a title. So I mean,
so you voted no then, nigga, huh?
Hold on, let me double check. I might have. I voted yes, but I didn't want to. I wanted to see him fight Baranchik. I wanted to see him grab a strap first, first. But yeah, I voted yeah.
All right, so if you Keyshawn Davis management and you get the call right now for a 65-35 split, whatever.
Well, here's my thing.
And we doing this fight in March. You taking it?
Here's my thing. The fact of the matter is, I've watched boxing a long time as of y'all. Bob Arum, the way he conducts business, for over six decades, I don't think Keyshawn's gonna fight Andy Cruz or Tank Davis.
Well, I just want to let you know, Bob Arum is not running things. Bob Arum is a figurehead at this point.
He's a figurehead.
He's not involved in any of the day-to-day operations. So
okay.
He might just give his opinion or something.
Him and Oscar are figureheads. They're not doing any paperwork. They're not doing any groundwork. So don't say Bob this.
Well, Bob top rank. Let's just say top rank. Whatever you want to say. I'm just saying.
But answer the question though, nigga. Like,
yeah, I take it. Sure, I take it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, okay. But yeah, keep going.
If the cash cow pays you, yeah, you gotta take that. You gotta take that bag for sure.
Even though you under the belief that he should get the title shot get a title first.
I mean, Baranchik, a WBO champ. Yeah, take that. Get the belt first.
Yeah, it's just me personally.
He'll beat Baranchik.
I feel like he'll beat him, but I like to see like big fights happen off of big performance, like right after big performances. Like if he blitzes the next dude like this and gets a title, I'm off. Then that's even better.
But if he looks like, mid or if he gets a decision,
if he looks mid or it's a boring, if it's a Crawford Postol type of fucking fight, I mean, it's not this. It's like I wouldn't roll the dice on it like that. Like sometimes
the buzz is high right now.
Yeah, like sometimes you got to be spontaneous with boxing. Like you can't just, go to A, B, and C like how you want. Sometimes A is good, then you be like, fuck it, A so good, we jump into C right now.
Yeah.
So that's my whole take on it.
Because it's basically it is risk. Now, obviously, if he says, "Look, I want to pick up a title first," it's a risk, but it's a calculated risk. And because, as like LB said, a title win. If he beats Baranchik and he flattens him or beats the shit out of him over 12 rounds or whatever, bam, you basically got the next like viable lightweight.
You keeping the momentum going,
right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got the businessman, like we mentioned. The businessman nickname was, I didn't like it at first, but he got his brothers on. He got his sister singing. Got 10,000. Got Michael Vick in the crowd. Imagine if Sweet Pea was alive. Sweet Pea would have been front and center. Pernell Whitaker was alive. He would have been there.
Yeah.
He would have been there.
R.I.P.
Yeah, it's crazy. He sold 10K tickets his first time in Norfolk. That's major, but. Because he has that charisma, he has that WWE mic skills. A lot of
Mark Kriegel was having a fucking wet dream when he found out that Keyshawn's dad and Pernell Whitaker were like in jail together.
Oh God, Jesus,
bro was having.
He really
dream.
Was though. Yeah, because dude was just like gushing. I'm like, damn, bro.
Like
that's
not something to even celebrate like that.
He lives to bring up people's like bad situations. Once he finds out your upbringing was some horrible tragedy, he's gonna live to fucking bring that. Yes, I can't wait to bring that up. Like, bro.
Oh man, that's just crazy.
It's like, you got robbed and shot as a kid. How did that make you feel? Like he'd say that type.
Like a victim, motherfucker. What you think, nigga? It hurt.
Yeah.
You got something metal burning into your skin, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the way that he actually he likes all these like
the
torture
drama
porn, like struggle porn type of shits. Like, you know, like
he wants to have his fucking soliloquies. You know, his soliloquies about the fucking drama porn type of shit.
It's like he does like what the YouTube niggas be doing. Like it's like they don't want to focus on the essence of the sport. They gotta do some tabloid shit and do a full circle. Like these niggas would be. So we here with Ring Gang Live. Like, yeah, so y'all like the hottest boxing podcast out. But Shutterworth, I heard your father was in jail with Bobby Brown one time. Like,
yeah.
Like, how'd you know that, nigga? Like, damn, like I don't tell niggas that shit. Like, come on, like, really? Like, all right, like, yeah. But it's like, what the fuck does that got to do with anything?
Exactly. That shit.
I don't even sing, nigga.
Yeah, that should be fucking like kill me. Yo, Mark Kriegel has some issues though, but like I said though, Top Rank. I mean, whatever Top Rank's mind meld does, like they gotta make sure they gotta move him right. Like they gotta move him in a direction. I mean, obviously, Belichick is probably gonna be next because that fight was an eliminator. So, you know, Belichick hasn't been active because he's had like injuries or stuff like that. So, if Tank is not the move, if Tank is not like Tank and LB are not contacting them, then most likely Belichick is probably the next fight. And I know people keep on bringing up Andy Cruz. And truthfully, if there's a fight that probably needs to marinate more, it's that fight. Like,
thank you.
Yeah, Cruz is looking too not struggle, but too
he's not
shaky. I guess
they're not in the same timeline right now. Like I get it. I want to see it eventually. Sure, if Cruz, you know, gets
stays the course.
Yeah, if he stays the course. But right now, coming off a star, making button star performance, why fight? Because Cruz is, I still favor Keyshawn in a pro fight right now, but I'm just saying, like, it's going backwards fighting Cruz right now. It's going backwards.
It is. Cruz ain't do nothing to really, like, leapfrog into the conversation. Like, it's almost like the Morel Benavidez thing, but, like, much closer, but still the same concept. Like, but Morel might actually be closer to Benavidez than Cruz is to Davis, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like Cruz. I'd say Cruz would have to turn the corner sharply in his next 2 or 3 fights. Like 2020,
you can't rush it though, because he might be a Robeisy Ramirez situation.
That's also true. Respect to Andy Cruz, a great amateur career, but he is what y'all the haters call Tank, a 30-year-old prospect. He's 30 years. Well, I mean, if you want to call him a contender yet, I guess he might be a top 10 as a division. I
mean, but he had a long amateur career, ain't it?
Yeah, and he's Cuban, so it's like
that's a little different. But we can't.
But it's true.
Yeah, you can't color that book with them crayons, nigga. Like, come on.
Even though I know Cruz and Keyshawn go back and forth, I'm like, just if you want to do that, fine though. But yeah, I don't want to see that fight for at least another couple of years, at least. Unless Cruz actually does something like spectacular in 2025 or something like that, and like
several spectacular things in 2025. One thing ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. Like he's gonna have
he's not at the Morel level where if he just does one thing that's cool, it's like, all right, I think he's ready. Or because if we do a 50-50, if we do a Twitter poll on is Cruz ready for Keyshawn Davis, I don't think it'd be 50-50.
Right. There's a lot of fans that I see in the comments pointing out 4-0, 3-0, or 4-0 now amateurs. I'm like, it's not the. I get it, but it's not the same. And
right,
dude. No one's starting the fucking amateur. I know there's been a lot of TikTok videos going on. Niggas talking about the amateurs are tougher than the pros. Like, I get it with the whole you got to work out, you got to work harder because it's more of a pace and shit. But nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, keep in mind, in the amateurs right now, Sean Porter has a fucking win over Usyk. You think if they fought in the pros, you think Porter would beat Usyk now? Like, come on, like people got yeah, it's like people gotta be real about that shit. Like, yeah, I mean, like not every scenario is a Shea Mosley, Vernon Forrest type of thing. It's like some of it is just like you got to kind of. In the amateurs you do in amateurs, but in the pro game it's completely different. Like there are good amateurs
count more.
Yeah, like there are good amateurs that flopped in the pros. Like
remember Ollie or Harrison?
Yeah, Audley Harrison. fucking Jorge Luis Gonzalez beat both Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis. When he went to he goes to the pros and Bowe dog walked him, and then he was getting KO'd by every fucking heavyweight known to man after that. So it's like
it just made me think this niggas think because the amateurs force them to throw a lot of punches, they're like, fuck it, that's what makes it hard. Like, but nigga, you have to do that in training.
Yeah.
So what's the fucking point? And you got to do that in training and be a pro. And these niggas ain't really throwing body shots like that in the amateurs. So niggas is just head hunting, looking like Dragon Ball Z fights, cutscenes and shit. Just like, all right, 2 minutes up, next. Like the nigga who could use the ring a bit is the one who ends up winning. But it's like, you can't tell me that's fucking harder. Where a nigga, you could be winning the whole 2.5 minutes of a fucking pro fight, and the nigga just clap you with one shot in the last 30 seconds, and you doing the Tim Bradley damn healing toe shit, and you lose the round. Like fuck out of here, man. Nah. But yeah, you chill with the cruise talk. Like just like with the other nigga who they were saying like, oh yeah, he's gonna be ready for Inoue soon. Like yeah, chill.
Yeah, that'll be Shushu, and Shushu. I mean, we'll talk more about him a little later. But yeah,
yeah, definitely. Salute, Keyshawn had superstar potential. Won the weekend.
Another young guy, Abdullah Mason.
Yeah, Abdullah Mason. Now we all think that Abdullah Mason is definitely the future. There's no question about that. Like, dude is kind of advanced over his years, but he's still young though. And this fight with the Vasquez, hard Dominican puncher, it pretty much showed that. And I think Mason, he wanted the knockout, so I think he was too aggressive. He didn't respect dude's power. And dude, I know they said it was like flash knockouts, but no, those knockouts were not flash. Like they landed like
they landed flat.
And it was hard shots.
And there was a fight a while ago where he got dropped, but they called he got dropped technically, but they didn't call it. This was early on before he started getting all these knockouts. I think that fight went the distance, but so it's not like they didn't count it. But yeah, I mean, you can't say he's chinny because he got hit on the side of the temple, but still, it's a bad look.
Yeah, because the first knockdown was a clean left hook that put dude on one knee. Like, that shit hurt him too. Like, and then after that too, Abdullah Mason was still getting lit up too. Like before he returned a knockdown, dude took a right hand that had that shook him, that had his like head like on a fucking pinwheel or some shit like that. But like I said though, drillers make killers though. How he returned a knockdown too, he parried the left hand and delivered an uppercut. Like, that shit was like that shit. You get drilled into throwing some shots like that, especially when you're like you're halfway in the bushes, like you're not all the way there.
That shit became an instinct. Like that's what you train for though. That's why I can't call shit lucky punches, because if you train for that and you pull it at the most opportune moment, then ain't nothing lucky about that shit.
Yeah, no, but I think Vasquez though, I think he fucked up his leg or some shit like that. How he felt, because dude, that uppercut put him to sleep until he landed. Like then he got up and he was walking around gingerly and shit like that. And then Mason again, he didn't respect the power. He came in to try to finish it because he saw dude was kind of like compromised. And then Vasquez hit him with another check hook, and he went and down went. I was like, oh my god! I was like, Mason might get knocked out. I was like, geez, okay. I was not expecting to see a round of the year candidate. So like, if someone had like 3 more knockdowns in that fight, you probably want some cheese, like, like straight up. Yeah, honestly, and just off that, I was like, damn, this might actually be one of them low key fight of the year candidates. And the funny thing too is, in the second round, they were still lighting each other up though. But Mason went to the body. He was like, he cut all the bullshit. It's like, okay, I gotta. This dude is hurting me. So yeah, and this dude can barely walk. So let me just take away his body real quick. Pause. Yeah, and then it was like, it was a combination of the body, and dude took a knee. He didn't want no more of it. And
that one hurt, yeah.
Yeah, that one hurt. Like, I was just like, God damn, it's like was 4 knockdowns, but you still wanted the fight to go on though. But
that was a round of your contender for sure. I mean, first round easily for like a round.
Like that one round that was it Shaki Foster had or no Ray Ford had? I think this year Shaki Foster had it last year.
Yeah, last year, yeah, and the 12th, right, for both of those fights. Yeah.
Oh, it was the 11th round. The 12th round was the
11 for Shaq.
Yeah, and Mason though, I mean, because Mason, his nose was bloody, and then Dominican cat, like he's in the corner, his legs stretched out, he was breathing mad hard because that's a solar plexus punch he took. So it was like, and then Mason was like, yeah, I meant to take these shots, because I wanted to be excited, I wanted to get rid of them, and of course, the crowd loved that shit. It was like, yeah, But I hope Mason definitely learns something going forward. Like, dude just needs to kind of be patient. Like, number one, like, don't take. I mean, dude, it was 26-5 with 21 knockouts, so he could clearly punch. So he might have took him a little bit too lightly in that.
Well, I mean, but also he's a guy coming up from featherweight, so that was what made it a little like, oh, like, damn, you taking punches like this from a featherweight. And
a puncher's a puncher, though, bro.
But he's like 100. He's like the 120th ranked or whatever, featherweight in the world. It's kind of crazy,
Oh damn, he's ranked that.
he's like 120.
Okay, because at first I was giving him a little, like, how niggas used to complain about, well, Gamboa rocked the shit out of Crawford, and he's blowing up. You heard that for like 20-something years.
No. This is not a top level Gamboa type fight.
Oh, okay. No, but the thing is, like, I'm saying in that sense, I'm saying because even though Gamboa was smaller, he's still a puncher.
No, I get what you're saying.
But it's like, maybe I could get it if it's like if the dude is like top 20, then yeah. But when y'all say this nigga like try top 120, then it's like, oh wait, puncher or not, nigga, chill.
Yeah, and he gave Abdullah Mason an unexpected test. And like I said, though, I mean, you need fights like that because, I mean, obviously we found out, like, Mason can at least, he gets dropped, he'll come back and he'll fight even harder, So it's good to actually see that he has that fight.
Speaking of Gamboa, we're going to see it eventually if he's basically, if he's predicted to what he's going to be, if he's Gamboa or Trinidad. Like Trinidad has a streak where in 5 straight fights he got knocked down, but in title fights and got the stoppage. We're gonna see if he's a guy like that or if he's a chinny guy like Gamboa that will stay down and go down again. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, enjoy your Jollibee, nigga. Damn.
Yeah, the fries are here, sir.
Yeah, you said what? The fries?
The fries are here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna put the shitty label on him. Although boxing Twitter was very eager to put it on him, like. The boxing Twitter be trash sometimes, yo. Like I was like, yo, like, dude,
trash like 80% of the time, nigga. Like, who the fuck there to listen to, nigga? Like, I hear some of the worst takes in my life on boxing Twitter. Like, god damn.
Every once in a while, something good, but yeah, a lot of it's bull. A lot of it's narrative driven, too much.
I'm like, the dude has not really something else to be changed. Like, yeah, he got caught by a hard puncher. He got up and he's finished the fight, and he finished the fight early. It wasn't like it was a
hard puncher that's ranked 120 in the world in that division, though. So
no, yeah. Boy,
I still don't want to say he's chinny though. Like we need the what's the chin facts? Like we need to like
pause.
We still need to pause, like like the car. Like I mean, I'm just saying, like we need more data, nigga. That's
yeah.
Data, whatever. We just need more of that shit.
So yeah, we need that.
Yeah, no, but again, Abdullah Mason is clearly on his way. Like I said, he's only 20 years old. Like I said, he's not. I mean, like the dude. I mean, he's still at the point of his career where he can get away with fights like that. Obviously, if they're gonna try to maybe rush him into like bigger fights, and then Mason's gonna have to kind of tighten up on his defense a little bit and not get caught with silly shit like that. But between him and Keyshawn, they both won the event. That's for damn sure. Like,
But Keyshawn had an A+. That's an A+ fucking performance.
That was A+. Yeah, that's an A+.
Yeah, that's what you call A+.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, you niggas calling that Schofield. Whoever voted an A on that needs your ass for. God damn! What the fuck you call this? Like, is this Is this S tier? Like, what is above A, nigga? Like God? Like, what you do?
Yeah, S tier. S tier is the highest of highs, elite.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, so I think he got the super. He got the sticker on his damn grade on his fucking test.
And before we go into the boots, I know Reece Salim also was on this card too, and
talk about a guy who had all of his buzz just go down the drain after that Goodman fight.
What, Troy?
No. We said Reece Salim, bro.
Did Aleem even win?
He won a decision.
He won, but he didn't look good.
He dropped him too, right? Early.
He won, but he didn't look good.
He dropped him too, right? He dropped him early, I think. But
yeah, he dropped him like in the first half of the fight, and then just like his other fights too. Once you get past a certain kind of like, once you get to the certain part of the fight,
he fades.
Yeah, it's like sloppy, and it's like, geez, like come on, like
it's the tale of two fighters. He's the quintessential tale of two halves guy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. First fight, he looks kind of brilliant. The second half of the fight, it's just like you see the shit that was just like, what the fuck? Like
it's giving front runner vibes.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I've seen him go the distance and not fall apart, like, or not go but at least go late into fights like the second half. But
yeah, well,
yeah,
it seems like he's been unraveling more recently.
What the fuck is going on with this nigga life? Do we gotta like put a spy in his camp or some shit? Like,
yeah, either that or someone. I mean, does he need to like be someone like a top pound for pound like sparring partner? Like dude clearly has talent. I just don't understand why like his boxing IQ is so bad. Like so low. He has a lot of boxing talent, but just something about his boxing is just like after it's just like it's not something is missing, and it shows in his fights. Like he makes fights a lot harder than they should be.
Because he has world champion potential. Like,
yeah,
he got power, the fucking speed, all of that, like the skill, but it's just like nigga just unraveling for no reason. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, no, but I mean, and I know, because I know Reece was talking about, he's fighting for a contract because he's trying to rebuild somewhere. I mean, I hope he does. Like I said, I mean, because dude will be. I think he's fighting at featherweight now, so it's like, yeah, I mean, dude will be a welcome addition at featherweight, and Top Rank could clearly put him somewhere. But yeah, it's like they need to kind of. I think you need to. Yeah, something needs to change in this camp.
Let's see him versus Shushu, who's now on the YouTube. Let's see, like if Shushu comes back and wins and stuff, that'd be a good fight, right? With Shushu.
Yeah, I mean that would be a decent fight. I mean, it'll be a step up fight for Shushu for sure.
I don't like how they not putting this nigga fight on the damn Netflix. What the fuck?
That's super trash.
Y'all put him on the MVP Promotions YouTube page, like
YouTube. Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Some random dude we never heard of is opening. I mean, most of us probably never heard of. He's an actual boxer though. He's like, he's an actual boxer. He beat a world champ, but still, it's like, come on.
Yeah, though. But we'll get into
that.
Yeah, that's a weird decision though. But yeah, I think we gave the Top Rank card enough bars, and Boots, however, in Philly, the Boots versus Karen 2 in Philly though. King P was in the house for it.
Let the nigga host the mixtape then, bro. Like,
I'm about to pass it off to him, bro. Pass the mic, bro. King P, man. So yeah, you lead us off.
Next up, I believe that's me. King P, light up the mic for the symphony.
Hey.
So I'll be completely honest, because I was there for the last Boots fight from Philly. The atmosphere this time, it was not the same.
I felt that through a TV ankle eye. I feel like
I was you could tell.
You could tell.
It was like there were some people there early just for like the hometown guys, like Dennis Thompson being the Philly guy. So there were people there for him, and Ismail Muhammad. They're both Philly guys,
right?
But like, I felt like by the time the main card was starting, it was already filled up and packed. Everybody was there. It seemed like this time that was not the case. I was just like, damn, where's everybody? And like the people that were there, like outside of when the Philly guys were fighting, it just wasn't what it was the first time. which makes me think of the whole what I said, the law of diminishing returns. You can't go back to the same spot over and over again. And so now we're
not with a lesser opponent.
Yeah, not lesser opponent.
Yes, not with a lesser opponent.
Didn't make sense.
If they would have had the Norman fight would have worked. A Stanionis fight, any other a Blair Cobb fight would have worked, but not caring. Dude, sometimes when it comes to these fights that are at the damn hometown, the hardcore fans could kill it because we're the ones who put out the energy with the whole, hey, he's a rematch against a nigga, he in a boring fight, yada, 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 he didn't stop him, da, 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 da. And once that's cast out there, like, the casuals, they latch on to it and they don't want to fuck with it.
Right.
So I mean, the first fight on the main card was our guy Austin Ammo Williams, coming back from his brutal defeat against. Oh my god, yeah, that was a bad. That was a bad performance. So
you ain't shit, man.
I'm just saying, and I like Austin, I like Ammo Williams, but like. Against Shiraz, that was not a good night at the office. So I was looking to see how he, fought on his first time back. And all in all, I thought it was a good showing. Unfortunately, the only thing is Ammo, and I feel like this is going to be just a thing. He gets, especially when he has you hurt or when he's like really trying to tee off on you, he's too fucking fidgety and restless. Like, bro, slow it down. You're gonna run yourself into some trouble if you keep doing that. Like, take your time. Like, he just fights like a guy with an extreme amount of ADHD. Like, bro.
Yeah, and you could tell it was kind of burning him out too, because he was kind of gassing a little bit too. Like, you could
that late body shot hurt him. I don't know if y'all realize that late body shot. I felt like it hurt him.
Like the fourth round was like was his worst round. Dude was just not in that mode. It was just the lackadaisical. He was getting hit too often. So I was like, oh, here we go again. Like, this is gonna be that restless Ammo. But it ended up working out in the fifth round where he overwhelmed him and knocked him out. But it was just like, I guess that's just gonna be a thing where he's just always gonna be fighting like a dude with ADHD. Right.
Yeah. Well, eventually, like, he's gonna have to learn control, because, like I said, because you can't burn yourself out like that in a fight like that, and you think you're gonna get an opponent like that like, oh, you get him hurt, you can be able to put him away like that. Like, nah, because dude was Loki getting hands put in for a couple of rounds before the knockout happened. So yeah, dude,
I don't think he has the power to get away with that shit. Like a Pascal could get away with shit like that.
Yeah,
he did that all through his career. Fucking fight for 6 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, power. And he was just more athletic, I guess.
Yeah. But I mean, it was still a good watch, though. I mean, it's good for him to at least get back in the winning circle and everything like that.
He needed that. He needed that. You could and afterwards, he was very happy. He was like, you could tell he needed that fight, that win. Because I felt like the Shiraz loss was kind of like, I don't know how much of a confidence shatterer that was, but he was definitely kind of feeling it, and he definitely needed something like this to get his confidence back. So, and he's like guys like that. He's a confidence-based guy. Like, he needs to have that mindset. Like, and you could tell what it's like when he's in the ring sometimes, if it's a off night or not. So,
glad they got him back active soon, though. That's a good thing.
What'd you say?
I'm glad they had got him back active soon, because I'm agreeing with you. Like, you could tell, like you couldn't have him just sit and not do shit for the rest of the year after the Shiraz loss. Like, he had to get in there, get him another fucking win, and a stoppage even better. Good work.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing for him is that 160 is a very shallow division, so you can build off that quickly. But now it's just a matter of where he goes from here. But I'm sure he'll build himself back up again. Hopefully we'll see him again in another big fight. So, then the next fight, oh my God, here we go. Not going to take a motherfucker for tax for low IQ boxing. So this dude Khalil Cole, and this is the guy that I've spoken highly of before. So he's very talented. He has his moments though, but the talent is there. It's just a matter of can they harness it and get all the other bad habits he has against Manuel Gallegos. And mind you, this is a Gallegos that hasn't fought in a year and a half. The last time we saw him, he got knocked out against Diego Pacheco at 168. So this is his first fight at 175 after a year and a half layoff. This was supposed to be a showcase, a highlight for Khalil Cole. Don't make no mistake about it. He was supposed to be food for him. And unfortunately, I don't know, maybe Khalil ate too much food himself. Maybe he had a horrible training camp, but once again, his lack of conditioning, he was not his poor conditioning was evident in this fight.
Was it the body shot? I feel like
no, it was the body.
He was getting hit to the body, but it felt like I don't know. King P cooking tonight. Like I agree with him.
Here's the thing.
He did look like he like the stamina was a problem.
Yeah, no, the stamina was the problem, and then it was just the punch, and you could tell with the way he was trying to put punches together and his punch selection. Like, first off, Gallegos was taller. Gallegos had the reach on him. So, like, I don't know why the hell Khalil Cole thought it was a good idea half the time to just try to measure the distance and jump in when a leaping uppercut. Like, bro, you don't even have the distance right. At least try to get in on him, like use the jab, get in on the jab, measure him properly, and then you could throw the uppercut, or you could throw a hook to the body, which was there. But the motherfucker just kept leaping in on every fucking punch, like every shot was leaping.
He did settle down though, like because Ronnie Shields was going crazy, like he was getting on him, and you saw when he settled down, he was able to attack the body from a distance.
Right.
Like
the problem is it was too little too late, and by that point his bad conditioning caught up with him. So,
yeah, because he didn't have the effort behind it. Like when he had dude backing up with some of those well-placed shots, he never just said, all right, let me swing the tide in my favor. Let me put the ebb in my favor right now. He never just jumped on him and said, okay, bow, 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 and get them combinations going. He would just settle in, maybe measure him again, and do the opponent get back into the fight. And he kept doing that and redoing that shit.
And then he punched himself out in one of the rounds. I think it was the 4th or 5th round where he had dude hurt. Like if he would have put the punch together properly, he probably could have stopped him, but he punched himself out and then didn't throw anything good the rest of the round. And Gallegos then it allowed him to come back into the fight.
He got a second win. Yeah, he got a second win.
Bad strategy and bad stamina. Like it was just a bad night at the office for him. Very low IQ, and Ronnie Shields was very animated in the corner. By the way, I saw it. Like he was not happy at all. And for good,
could you blame him?
No, not at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like me personally, nigga wasn't animated enough. Like, dude, like this was one of those. Hey, I know it's cliche, but you're blowing it, kid. You're blowing it, son. Like you can't, like you fucking up. Like
I mean, by
Angelo Dundee shit right here. Pause. Like
unfortunately, by that time there was no you're blowing it. He blew it already.
You blew it, yeah. No, you blew away. You blowing away now, nigga. Like
you could tell. And Gallegos, credit to Gallegos. He realized the situation and just jumped on him. Said,
yeah, he stepped it up.
I'm gonna step it up. I'm gonna throw a punch together. I'm gonna push him back. I'm gonna use what his bad conditioning, and I'm gonna throw body shots. Threw a lot of body shots, and those body shots took their toll. And like after the first knockdown, I'm like, oh, he's not winning this fight. And then another one, and then finally the ref mercifully stopped it because
but the corner should have stopped it.
Gave him an extra round and shit. Like nigga, why you waste our time?
Like pretty much. I mean, the thing is because I get the feeling with Khalil and his camp, they feel like he's never really out of it because of his talents and his power. But
he's struggling.
I didn't even see the talent though. What talent?
When he first came on the scene, like when he first opened on the zone in the early parts of the card, he struggled with it. He had a draw and he looked kind of. I think he got a gift arguably one of the fights.
No, he's had bad performances.
But he improved. But he had like 5 straight kills. So like, we thought he was.
I think the one thing I would say about Khalil in the past, he has shown that he has some dog in him that like he's not going to wither away. So it's not a mental thing. It was just a physical thing and bad IQ. He's not like bad, like mentally fragile. He just didn't know, like he just had a horrible fucking game plan and bad conditioning to boot. That was all. So he was doomed from the start. Yeah. This is what happens when you don't take training camp seriously.
Yeah, but I mean,
was frustratingly entertaining.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, I just felt like I was kind of annoyed because I like Khalil Cole. I've touted him up before. I've said the dude has talent. Dude has real potential. And then he just has this type of performance. It's like, oh, I don't know anymore. So that was the
D-level performance.
Yeah, that was the upset for that this card. It was just like, ugh.
Crazy upset.
It had, and fucking if you had Gallegos on your card, you won big because Gallegos was plus 900 on the money line and like plus 1800 by knockout.
Good God.
Yeah. Yes. So you hit a
like, that's like life-changing bets right there, nigga.
Bro, yeah. That's that those
I hope somebody in his family bet on this.
Yeah, that's something you put on a sicko parlay. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's a fucking straight up money. That's a regular ass bet.
Throw 250 on that nigga. That's it.
Yeah, fuck you talking about don't let these other niggas fuck it up. Remember, niggas talk about Bam by decision. Niggas thought Boots should have got a KO. Fucking, but Boots by decision.
I think the most spam shit was Boots and Bam decision.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So that's 1800 by the KO.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So I mean, you hit a lick if you went with that.
Yeah, you put fucking $50 on that or some shit. Fucking so, yeah, you definitely hit a lick on that.
Yep. So the next fight was the debut at 130 of one Ray Ford, who the last time we saw him. This is our third time seeing him this year. He had the fight of the year fight of the year candidate type fight with Komatov, and then we saw him in there with Nick Ball. We're not so
in
good.
The fight of the year.
Yeah, fight of the year, not so good. He was trained, but it was still a great fight. That he just didn't get the edge in that one. That he lost that one, and now we see him again, and his debut at 130 against Orlando Gonzalez. So I'm conflicted with this one. It was a good fight. Listen, Ray Ford, he showed his talents, and he definitely fucking when he hit Gonzalez with that hook and put him on the floor, everybody went like the energy built up. But then it was just a matter of him not knowing how to fucking finish. Like, that was the weird part. Like, dude had him hurt a couple of times, but just couldn't figure out how to fucking finish him. Now, to no fault of his own, Gonzalez was kind of running a bit.
Yeah, he was running by the end because he was like, "What?" Because those two knockdowns it was two knockdowns because
he was on the top rope right after the second one.
Yeah, he was on the top rope. Thinking that he had
the first KOs were nasty. I'm saying them knockdowns were nasty.
The first one was beautiful, but he did a little shimmy. Like you gotta finish him.
I don't know if you saw it, but the funniest was that the ref pushed him back to his side. Like, that shit was so hilarious. He's like, get over there. Get your ass over there. If it wasn't for that, I do wonder if he would have beat the count if it wasn't for that delay. But listen, the dude hurt. He hurt Gonzalez a couple of times, and he definitely won that easily.
Several times. Like, it was more than twice, bro.
I just wish he would have put the – and a bunch of times I said, it'll just take one more shot to put him away. Just one more shot. And he just couldn't set it up, that one shot to put him away. He wasn't leading with anything. He was just trying to follow, circle him around, and get that hook again. But it was like, okay, it wasn't going to happen that time. Not
was
like
it me? Was it me? Or after he hurt him, he was trying to walk him down, right?
But he was just following him.
Yeah,
he wasn't really. He wasn't cutting the ring off. He was just following him.
He's more of a back foot, a slick back, like a back. He doesn't. I know he got the comatose stoppage. Maybe that got to his head, but yeah, that was a little weird.
He's not really a back foot boxer type of guy. He's like more a standard lateral movement.
He's at mid range, yeah. But I'm just saying, like I don't know why you're trying to walk him down like that. I don't know.
No, this dude, like, I think y'all like really like critiquing this nigga like extra hard.
No,
like,
I'm not
this is the best he looked in a minute.
I'm not trying to critique him extra hard. Like I said, he easily won the fight. He dominated him. I just felt like he missed opportunities to get those final touches to make it an A+ performance. And that was and I like Ray for it. So I felt like this was that opportunity, and he kind of missed it. But otherwise, the fight it was a good showing by him. Very good showing. Like I said, it was just that.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know if he completely missed it. I just feel like it wasn't a bullseye. Like he's like almost there. Like a knockout would have been great. But my biggest takeaway from him in that fight was like the nigga got power. Like
he was hitting.
He was hitting hard.
Not
like
130,
yeah.
He's young. Like he got grown man strength now. I feel like he's relatively like 24, 25. So he's at the age of his he's a problem at 130. I feel like at 130 he can beat any. I mean,
no, wait, hold on. I never thought he didn't have power. It's just a matter.
No. He before he had pop. 130, the way he was fighting and like the way he was swinging and the way those punches were landing and the way it was affecting dude, like dude is blocking shots and he's stumbling back. Like you think Golovkin's in there with this nigga? Like
and dude ain't ever been stopped. I mean, I know he didn't stop him, but he dropped him twice. So that's kind of.
And he hurt this guy at least 4 times. It wasn't no Figueroa damn Fulton, but he hurt this nigga more than twice. Like the knockdowns, and like there was times where he was doing a buckle and did he try to run or he try to hang on? Like, bro, like my thing is this. I think this is the first time Ford is like really confident. Like he knows he's hitting with power now. Before it was pop, because I feel like he was drained. He didn't have that extra torque, that snap. But now, like, he has the snap. He has the extra snap. But you can see his body going into the shots more. Like,
right.
It's just the thing is with now, since he's evolving into a puncher or a boxer puncher, he doesn't, just because you hit hard doesn't mean you know how to score KOs. That's why I always say, like, knocking niggas out is one of the hardest things to do. Because, like, he obviously hit hard and he was hurting the dude. But like King P said, like, dude never could put the right punches together to really just get the dude out of there. Like, it was always over eager for a hook or overthrowing the right hand or throwing the uppercut when he shouldn't. Like, it was no jabbing, breaking down body, head. It's certain ways you got to break the nigga down, and he wasn't doing that. Although every time he hit him, he was hitting him hard.
No, he was. I just think that, like, especially at that time, because the crowd needed something to boost him up. Because by that time, like, the energy went down again.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, you could tell, like, niggas was enjoying the fight, but it was missing that.
And there was also there was a fight in the crowd, and at one point they started paying more attention to the fight in the crowd than the fucking fight in the ring. I was like, oh my god, but yeah,
Philly.
So good old Philly. So, but all in all, good showing from Ford. I'm like I said, maybe I'm being a little too critical, but that was just just my perspective.
So what? A-? Because I still feel like it was an A.
A B+? A B+?
Oh, a B+ is hard because, I mean, think about it. He wasn't hurt.
Yeah, A-. I mean, A-. I can...
A-.
A-.
And I know
89
plus
90.
is a plus,
89
but it's
90.
just like
A 90, a 90. Give him a 90.
yeah, it's like that's a 90, 92. You know what I mean?
Shit, I'll say this. I think he'll beat. I think he would beat Roach. I think he would definitely beat Lamont Roach if they fought.
How about him?
Oh,
Who
fuck
wins? Him versus Foster. Because I feel like Valdez and Navarrete are a little old, but
that's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Hold on, him and Navarrete?
No, him and Shaq. Him and Oshaki.
Foster.
That's a good ass fight.
We
need some of these black
and these
niggas. Foster would make it rugged for him though. Like Foster would make it a little.
That's potential fight of the year though.
Yeah, but I mean, but Foster's still on the other side of the street. Maybe, but from what I heard he only has one fight left on his deal. Which, if that's the case, if that's really the truth, then he's getting the winner of Valdez Navarrete. But the catch is, he ain't leaving with that belt. He ain't leaving with that belt.
You have to get a KO.
Knock them niggas out.
You have to get a KO.
If you don't get the knockout, he's not leaving with that belt. So
or at least scored 3 knockdowns in like 3 different rounds. He better do a John Taylor Ramirez. Because they tried to give Ramirez that shit. Like they was trying.
They tried, yeah.
They fucking tried it. Like, come on. So yeah. Like you see it. Like, but yeah, that's a good.
I mean, the good thing is that like 130 is another one. It's a very shallow division. There's not much to work with at 130. So
it's top heavy. Like you can make good fights with the first maybe 5 or 6 niggas, and that's it.
There's that one kid, Sugar Nunez. He's kind of like a Rocky Hernandez. They want to make that. I'm like, just chill for maybe. I don't know. But I feel like at this point, it's a good fight to make with that guy. He's like a Rocky Hernandez. Like he got a lot of KOs, but the 130 is kind of shallow in terms of match rates, the matchroom side of things. So.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep making fights with the top niggas.
Obviously, Kakase would be a fight, but I think that's that.
Have some round robins.
Facts.
These niggas want to be Peter Robbins. Like, nigga fight.
Yeah, you stupid for that one. No, but I did notice though the energy though did pick up though with the Bam fight though. Like you can tell Bam is a star. Like
definitely. And the thing was, I honestly wasn't sure the type of reception he would get, simply because like this is the East Coast and it's a completely different like demographic, a different fan base than what he's used in the West Coast. But they were definitely cheering him on. They definitely was fucking with Bam. And he was fighting Pedro Guevara, and I was one of those that thought this would go the distance or go late because Guevara is sturdy and he's a solid fighter. I know he gave Maloney, he beat Maloney, and he gave Quadras. He just lost Quadras, but he gave Quadras some trouble. So I'm like, you know what? I could see this not being the easiest to fight for Bam. Boy, was I wrong. God damn, Bam made it look easy. He brilliant fight for 3 fucking rounds. Beat him the fuck up. Jabbed him, got inside, and Pedro didn't have much answer for Bam.
And then the uppercut, the swift uppercut finish though was just the icing on the cake.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, listen, after this, I don't know what you could say. Bam has arrived. Like to me, he's a special talent. Like, and it's gonna be hard to beat him at these lower weight. I don't think there's anybody at 115 that beats him. So they said they want unifications. If they don't get good fights, they'll move up. But they're eyeing the winner of the Puma Martinez and Ioka rematch. So
I saw Chalk's last fight in Nicaragua or whatever. He was always a little hittable, but he was getting it wasn't a good. I hope they don't do that.
What? Chocolatito?
Yeah.
Well, isn't he at 118 now?
I mean, but there's talks about that fight. So.
Yeah, well, which is funny because now all of a sudden, Bam, who never really was interested in fighting Chocolatito, big brother, yada yada. Now all of a sudden he's interested. Interesting how now it took this long. I guess he sees that Chocolatito is finally old and beatable. That Okay, now it's okay to come out of hiding and fight him.
I mean, he was in a training camp with him recently too.
No, I think they're part of Tekken. For the longest time, they were part of the Tekken. Promotion.
Yeah, he was like, Mr. Honda wouldn't like it if we fought. Well, get the fuck out of here.
Dr. Tito don't care. He just like to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, though, I just feel like Bam will. I feel like most people think Bam would probably brutally stop.
Yeah, this is more like a ceremonial fight. Like they want to say, hey, he's a new kid who
he beat all the
beat all four of them, and it's like, but that's not like an honest thing because it's like they want to make it seem like a Strata the top out of that four, and it really is Chocolatito. It's just he got robbed fucking twice.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he got KO'd, and when he tried to right that wrong.
And he's still greater than all the motherfuckers, but Bam ain't even got to fight him like to say he's next. He's next, like do this like what top 5 pound for pound or something.
Man, Bam got now. He don't care about next.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's the he's headed to he's Hall of Famer right now if you want to say it. But we know Chocolatito are all-time great. Like Bam, one of those niggas, he could finish his career as an all-time great. Ain't too many niggas boxing right now that I feel like could just finish their career as an all-time great. Especially young, under 30.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could name NOA and who else? Come on.
Yeah, no. Yeah, if Bam stays the right, I just hope that Eddie, continues to get him the type of fights that he needs because
115 is kind of hollow. 115 is a little shallow. I'm not, 115 at this. I mean, I know the Junto fight, it's a big fight. I want Bam to kind of just, kind of cement himself at 115, but there's nobody really other than Puma, the Puma or Iko winner. There's really nothing there for him. Unless he wants to undispute, unless he wants to get all the belts. I don't know.
I mean, get all the belts in, nigga. He young. He got time.
Yeah, he's young as fuck.
Yeah, if a Nakatani fight at 118 comes about, I'm sure he's going to take it.
Yeah, but he could build up to that because it's the thing. He's beating up some old niggas too now. All these dudes, they're if I'm not saying they past their prime, but they long in the tooth.
Wait, who you talking about?
All these niggas, fucking Chocolatito. I'm not talking. Bam been beating
all these niggas
are solid though.
I mean, be real, 33, 34, 35 at that weight is archaic as fuck. I mean, it's old. It's really
that's what I'm saying. If these niggas come on, I'm just saying it'll do him good to fight niggas in their prime that may not be as good as him, but they're champions or they're the top. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a bad thing. He could do that for 2 more fights and then get Nakatani or whatnot.
Well, by that time, Junto will probably be at 122 or 126. You know what I'm saying? At that point, he's a big dude. So it's kind of
it's a Boots fucking Crawford situation. You either gonna fucking fuck around and fight some niggas that you end up not probably gonna even end up fighting, or you move up and try to make a big fight as soon as possible.
Well, either way, whatever Bam does, like I said, though, he's a star. He's a true blue star because the way that Philly crowd reacted to him, that's a star right there.
He deserved he deserved to be a better. He deserved a better main event for his co-main.
Yeah, absolutely. He should. Yeah, he should. I mean,
I guess we'll get into that now. I guess the main event. Oh my god! So I mean, now the crowd. The crowd was finally ready for Boots to show. So this was
to show out.
Yeah, at their loudest. And the rematch against Karen Chikazian, however you say his name. I think that's about it.
Yeah, they were butchering it on the broadcast a lot.
He's fucking Karen with his holding ass. He's a Karen.
So I was wondering, let's see how this one's gonna go. Let's see if he makes any adjustments. See if he can do something this time different to get him out of there. And the first thing I noticed is, oh shit, Karen's holding his ground. He's actually standing ground and actually fighting back instead of fucking going backwards the whole fucking time.
Yeah, he wobbled him in the first round.
Yep. Wobbled him. He took a lot of clean punches from Karen. Even if he never was in any real trouble,
the whole fight,
a lot of punches.
The whole fucking
fight. A lot of left hooks,
all 12 rounds,
snapping rights. I was like, what the hell? And he was playing bully ball with Karen, and Karen was fighting back the whole time. So, yeah, and he almost there was a time, I think it was in the 5th round where he knocked him down, and we thought, okay, is he going to finish him here? But Karen managed to survive, So, and then afterwards, it was a tit for tat, and Karen was down. Boots was clearly winning, but Karen was holding his own and getting in a lot of licks. Like I was like, what?
Karen showed some. He's better. I don't know if he's better than we thought, or Boots not what we thought, but we'll see.
Yeah, I was looking at Karen. I mean, he still made it like this. Like he learned, like he brought the fight too, but it wasn't like the first fight. Yeah, he brought the fight because Boots tagged him and he tagged Boots. Like they both had like swollen faces and stuff like that. So I mean, I have to give it. And the second fight was a lot more entertaining than the first one.
But Boots out athletic Karen, if that makes any sense.
Connected.
The lack of,
talented.
For me, the lack of IQ. I mean, the coaching was TF senior level by Bosey, but the lack of on the fly adjustments that elite fighters like a Crawford, Inoue, Tank, those guys, Usyk, that they can make on the fly adjustments and you can see these adjustments. I didn't see it with Boots. I was disappointed.
He did the typical "I'ma just fight harder," which annoys me. That's honestly one of the most fucking annoying things ever.
Devin Alexander shit.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we don't have any in-game adjustments. We can't find a different approach, so we're just gonna fight harder. Like, bro, what the fuck? I don't know. That always gets on my nerves.
Because this is the thing. He had Boots' work rate was good, like, but the thing is, he was fighting that fight like it was Golovkin versus Kell Brook or Canelo versus Khan. When it's like, nigga, both y'all the same size, like your punches ain't having that overwhelming, powerful effect like you think they are.
Right.
They was having a more of effect, but not how he think it was. Like, and it was just it was a solid fight. Like maybe a B performance from Boots, but
it's supposed
more
to be
like B minus. More like B minus to me.
Yeah, it's like Boots.
If he would have got dropped, I would have said maybe a B minus or a C or something.
But it's one of the fights that Boots. We expect Boots to actually stop Karen, which he didn't do. It's just like, and he didn't really correct any flaws or anything. It was just the same thing. It's just like now it's like.
Oh, but now hold on, wait. Now I remember what I was about to say. Oh, the biggest difference, too. Karen had a son.
He had a kid? Oh,
he just had a kid.
Oh,
and I think that fucking and he said it, and once he said that shit, like, and now I understood, like, it's like, yeah, I can't be no bitch in front of my kid or nothing. Like,
can't even know.
I can't, like, I felt like a bitch before.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't have no kid. So if my kid ever see this fight, he know, like, I was fighting like a man when he was born. Like, the rest of my fights, I'm fighting.
Well, this is the thing. I feel like, I haven't really watched Karen. None of us really probably have had a ratings on Karen, but maybe he's more one of those one of those consistent Eastern Europeans that are kind of not taking over, but making their mark here, as opposed to a Red Catch, who's a kind of he's Ukrainian, but he's a can basically.
Red Catch is trash though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he's more towards. I'm not saying a Majimov Bulachek, but maybe I want to see him in the mix against somebody, a top guy again, and see how he does, because he's fighting nobody.
Majimov Bulachek and the other one, the nigga who beat up Zoo the other day.
Yeah.
Those niggas are like A minuses, right? They're like elite guys at 154. Like,
well, for sure. I'm just saying, right now at 147, Karen might.
At 147, Karen is more like
top sixes.
He's a solid B guy.
But he's arguably a top 5, top 6 just off the 2 boots. I mean, because it's true. Like 147 is so weak.
I mean, are we saying all that? Like
right now, look at 147. Look think of the fighters. We got Barrios, Stanionis, Boots, and then Norman, and then what else you got? Giasov? I mean, you really got nobody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But so I want to see him against like a.
Well, damn, it's like I just don't like we elevating this nigga for losing 2 different ways. Like,
that's why I want to see him back. I want to see him back and not fighting in Germany. I want Eddie to bring him back.
I don't want to see this motherfucker fighting. He holding or he running. He can box without doing either shit.
That's true.
But he did make it a more entertaining fight this time. Stood his ground more. He looked better in the first half. By the second half, I was just annoyed by Boots' inability to damn put the right punches together and then falling into the trap holes. But I'm glad he was up to the point.
Did y'all notice in the 12th round, I think it might have been 11-12, where and this kind of got hurt with a body shot. He stepped back and he withered a little bit. When he got hit with that body shot, I was like, Kieran stuck one late in that fight. But yeah, second half of that fight, he wasn't the same. He wasn't fighting with the same,
And then
I think punishment wore him down, but that's why he had to hold more.
Yeah, and that's what he was talking about in the interview. Like, oh yeah, if I can't get the fight, I want 147. I might go to 154 because he basically said making the weight was killing him. That's the reason why he fought like he did. And then he said he was like bored, or whatever. It's just like, yeah, dog, you can't be bored in the ring like that when someone's trying to knock your block off like that.
The thing is, I don't even think he's like. Boots fights with too much like effort. If he's like, if you want to like, maybe he was on autopilot, but even Boots on autopilot is a fucking problem.
I don't even feel like he was on autopilot. I definitely feel like he tried to go into second and third gear. It just didn't.
No, because I think that's who Boots is. Like, this is a nigga who was just taking hard shots that night and still threw over 700 punches.
He was trying to go for the KO.
Huh?
I'm saying he was trying to go for the KO, and I swear.
No, he did.
Yeah, but Karen was hurt.
But he was having the Ray Ford problems. Like, he wasn't putting them together. Like, sometimes he would exchange and trade, and he was making certain parts harder than it needed to be. Pause.
And all Bowsy said in the corner was like, "Come on, what are you doing? Get him out of here." He literally was Teal Senior-esque.
Yeah, Bowsy wasn't saying shit to him.
Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, like I don't know what was going on with that. Like, but Boots is talented enough. Like as a boxer, you still you're gonna have trainers and coaches and another set of eyes, but you still gotta figure shit out on your fucking own, man. Because your father could love you and all that shit, but he ain't in there getting them damn shots you fucking walking into.
I mean, I think the game plan, him coming out like that, they probably expected Karen to run around, circle around the ring for most of it. They didn't expect him to stand his ground as much as he did.
Damn, but okay. I'm glad you said that. These niggas talked about we worked on cutting off the ring and all that. I seen the Bowsy said that shit, but it's not like Boots fought like that, because even when the second half came, when dude was kind of using the ring a little more, it's not like Boots was, because look, what I'm saying, when you cut off the ring, if you know how to cut off the ring, you're cutting it off at the proper distance where you could get your punches off, you could get your attacks off. And it's not like Boots did that, because there was sometimes Boots was just not, I wouldn't say he was smothering his shots, but he wasn't getting the best leverage on them. And he's still throwing the work rate. So it's like, that's why I just feel like he was on autopilot. Like, it's just his autopilot is on another level than most niggas' autopilot. His autopilot is 700 some punches, throwing hard, coming at you, just not really void of a real game plan. But you see, he would still have defensive moments. He would still move his head. He missed some shots. He would get hit with others. Like, I just think it's a part of the whole spoiling on the vine shit. Like, he's getting to a part in his career where he needs to be threatened. Because if he's not threatened, he's gonna keep going in this whole this rabbit hole, this tunnel where he's just autopilot. You know, I don't respect this nigga. He can't hurt me. So bye bye, bam, bam. Just not really going through the motions, just autopilot. Like it's like he got a set mode that he just goes to, where it's like this is enough to beat your ass. And if you're decent, then yeah, you'll probably go the distance. But if not, then yeah, this would stop you. Look at the performance. Like he need to be threatened.
Yeah, like he was making. I mean, Boots was making excuses. The crowd wasn't cheering. The crowd was like was leaving. That's what I noticed too. I was like, it wasn't like the Avenation fight where they were sticking around and shit. Like, yeah, no.
Though. They stuck around because he got the knockout. Like,
yeah.
And this was almost like a football game. They was trying to beat the traffic. They was trying to beat the traffic. They leave before the game ends to beat that traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like once the fight got into the 9th round,
I think the writing was on the wall by then.
Yeah, like you held out by the 7th because you did see, because Karen did kind of fade. And then it's like, okay, 8th, 9th. Come on, Boots, get this nigga.
When he took that, even before he took that knee, he was hurt. Like you could see it. Yeah, he looked clearly fucking. It was smart of him to take that knee because if not, it would have been over. You know, probably would have been over.
Exactly. But so that's the thing about autopilot. You're not thinking. You're just you programmed. That's how this nigga fought. Like he couldn't capitalize on what you said. The hurting this dude some more, going back to the body and all that shit.
Right. You know, I mean, like I said, I just hope. I mean, Eddie has to now. I mean, because obviously he just wasted 2 Philly appearances in a row. Like wherever you put Boots next,
the first one wasn't a waste.
Yeah, and you know what I mean, though. But it's just like you can't use Philly anymore, unless of course you're bringing them a title fight, like a unification or something like that.
Yeah, it's the opponent, dude. I don't mind him building up like he should. With these European motherfuckers do it all the time. They build up their city and just have fight after fight. If you getting a decent, and Venetian's a decent opponent, that was solid enough for the circumstance. And you're getting 10K with that. And a part of that was the whole like homecoming, you know, and we know you're that guy, and some niggas think, you know, Crawford avoiding you or whatever, or that's a potential fight in the future, blah, 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 whatever. So yeah, niggas came out. The second time, it's like, I see you brought Bam's that nigga, but you that nigga too, but you know, you ain't really, you know, you ain't compelling us to come see this fight, bro. Like, you beat this guy before and you gotta fight him again, and the first time was a trash fight. Like, I will support it because you say you should knock him out this time, and even him getting a more entertaining fight still just feels like it's just a lateral move. Like he ain't go forward.
Yeah, I mean he said it before. I know the first fight before he got booed at the Tank fight, he was like, "Mr. Catch Your Body, Mike Tyson style. We're gonna knock him out." The first fight, he didn't, and he didn't say it as much this time, but he did say we're gonna get him out of there. And
Bozy was saying that shit.
What you saying?
I said Bozy was saying that shit.
So was Boot. No, Boot said it a couple times too. I watched an interview where he kind of mentioned, he slipped it up and said, "Yeah, we're gonna stop it real quick." You know,
and we seen him say it 11 more times in the fucking fight because he said that shit each round. What are you doing? Get him out of there! Why you ain't stop him? You're like, I think it was having a Teofimo Senior like greatest hits, like that shit is just turning. Like you remember how they just do the infomercials with the soundtracks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That whole track list was just why you ain't knocked this nigga out yet. You ain't stop him yet? Oh, the beautiful remix to "Come On, Knock Him Out Now." Don't forget, what you doing? Oh man, but yeah, it's a B. I can see a B minus. How y'all originally said, I could see a B or B minus performance from Boots.
Yeah, I mean, he knocked him down. So I mean, I'd say it's a B performance.
Yeah,
if he didn't knock him down, yeah, it'd probably be a B minus.
Probably be a B minus, but he got a knockdown. Yeah, so yeah, I'll leave it at a regular B. But yeah, he's spoiling on the vine. He needs to be threatened. If he was in there with a guy like Stan Jonas, that'd be a fight of the year. And yeah, I know he'd probably got it clipped.
Yes, it would. Well, Stan
Jonas got clipped off with a jab or something.
Well, Eddie was talking about, Stan Jonas has to fight Giasov, who is a matchroom fighter, but like he was like trying to say, well, Giasov would step aside if push came to shove with Boots, if Boots were to get a fight with Stan Jonas. So I don't know. He's trying to get Boots a fight, but we'll see what happens. We'll see where they go from here.
I hope they come up with something so we can lead up into really look forward to a fucking fight. Like I feel like that's what's missing in boxing. Like fights seem like they get made within 6 weeks and boom, it's the fight type shit. Like there's no anticipation. Like god damn. Like motherfucker, by December, let us know what's Boots' first fight next year. Like shit. Like at least Inoue got that shit right. Like nigga be having that shit planned out. Oh, damn, these motherfuckers, and these niggas, they just pull a bullshit fight out of the air. Like here, fight this nigga.
Well, 154 will present a lot of good fights for him. So some fights
immediately too.
Some fighters better than others, and some fighters that, oh boy, if Boots fights them, Boots might be in trouble.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to, 154 is gonna be a little difficult for him if he keeps taking shots like that. It ain't gonna be. As I thought he ran up to 160, no problems unscaffed, but I don't know. Imagine it like Bakram. Imagine the guy.
Murtazaliev might zoo him. Like he might get zoomed against Bakram.
Yeah, I mean, we got. I mean, I know we're talking about Virgil Ortiz. Shit, he might face Josh Kelly for his first fight.
And the thing is, I think Boots will also had a Ray Ford effect where he'll get up, he'll move up to 154, and he'll start hitting much harder too. On top of already punching hard,
right?
And I'm not talking about the Ray Ford where it's he got popped, he got popped where he hit you enough times or he catch you the right moment, he could get you. No, really hitting hard, punching hard. So yeah, so it's not just, he still got to be more defensive minded, but I just think that's just, he's stuck on the vine right now. He need to be threatened. He need to fight somebody who's dangerous. All these other niggas ain't really dangerous like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we really need to see from Boots right now. And 154, because honestly, we would probably see the same type of fight with Norman. His autopilot will probably beat not probably. There's a good 95% chance he beats Norman on autopilot. This performance probably beats the shit out of Norman.
Yeah, one would hope.
Yeah, one would hope. Knock on wood, because these motherfuckers surprise you.
I mean, never know. Stan Jonas, I know. I used to think for sure, but Stan Jonas might give Boots issues.
That was always a good fight. I don't know how niggas was just on some Boots and Ortiz wipe their ass with Stan Jonas. The fuck? I always looked at that as whoever wins is going to be a 115, 113 type of fight. Ain't no way. But yeah, Stan Jonas is the only worthwhile fight for me for Boots, right now at 147. The Barrios is cool because it'll be an action fight, but we know he will win that. So it's the Stan Jonas only fight where at 147, I feel like Boots has to take serious. Whereas fucking all these other niggas autopilot performance gets to him, and if he go to 154, he's gonna have to take all them niggas serious.
Yeah, if this one his head flown off, shit.
Facts. But him and Charles Caldwell, that gotta take him serious. Even a guy I think he beats Don Zayas, but you still got to take him serious. Like all these niggas, like you just 154. And 154 is about the division where everybody fights above their level every now and then.
Right.
So you really can't just have a damn. You can't have an off night.
No off nights at all.
Especially if you're one of these niggas who, when you have an off night, you go from A+ to C-. You're not like a Floyd, your Corrales is A+, but your Victoriano Sosa is like your B-, like that's your off night. These niggas be falling to C- and shit. Nah. But we had like a Twitter poll, right? Like just who had the best performance.
Yeah. Let me pull that up
before we do the previews. Just knock this shit out real quick.
Yeah, hold on. Let me find it. Yeah. So real quick, I want to mention the Porter Boots one went 54% for Porter on 39 votes. Crazy.
These niggas don't crack.
I mean,
these niggas is on some motherfucking crack.
I mean, hear me out real quick. I just want to say, Danny Garcia doesn't have a. I mean, the Danny Garcia.
Are you comparing? Wait. What the fuck does Danny Garcia got to do with this?
No, what I'm saying is, at 147, the Danny Garcia win is better than any Boots one by far, easily. It's not even a question. But hold on, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. So we did ask who has the best.
Oh, hold on. You try to answer the question in the chat, nigga.
No, what are you talking about? No, what are you talking about? What?
You're just saying. Are you just saying like? It's obvious Porter has a better career than Boots right now. I'm trying to understand the significance. Are you saying that?
Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm really trying to. I'm not trying to make fun of this nigga like Pat laughing and shit. Like, because I remember I said some shit about who has Porter beat that Boots couldn't beat.
Right.
And I think Boots would beat the shit out of Danny Garcia, nigga.
He should, but he should. I'm just
so
saying.
Hold on, you voted for Porter to beat Boots?
Hold on, I have the poll up real quick. I chose Boots. I did choose Boots. I think I chose Boots.
Oh, okay. You think
Porter might be able to beat Boots? She.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Of course, Porter has a chance. But if gun to your head, nigga, who you picking to win that fucking fight?
I don't know because Porter was really competitive.
Gun to your head, nigga, you know.
They would probably give it to Boots.
Give it to Boots.
No, I'm talking about you. If you pick it, who you picking for the fight?
I picked Porter because I did pick Porter.
Oh, you picked Porter? Damn, blow, nigga. Shit.
I would slightly pick Boots.
Slightly, all right, okay. Pat,
but we do have another poll
for sure.
We had another poll that.
Thank you. Like y'all niggas ain't confident. Like what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like
it's a good. That's why
this is Porter, nigga. You think Porter, like you think Boots would struggle with fucking Andre Berto?
I don't know. Devin Alexander was decent. I mean, Porter's a two-time champ. You talking like Porter's not like Porter's a two-time champion.
No, Porter's good.
Porter gives Swenson Bud his hardest fights. I mean, what are you talking about? Come on.
Dude. What do you mean what the fuck I'm talking about? I know the fuck I'm talking about. Look.
I'll say this. Karen was pulling out some fucking Porter tactics himself when he was fighting Boots.
He was.
LB, for me, I was so high on Boots. I'm not anymore. After his last three fights, I can't be.
Because I'm not as high on him, but I'm realizing he's spoiling. I see what's happening. This is the whole Leo Santa Cruz shit. It just Boots has a better foundation than Leo Santa Cruz. Like Leo Santa Cruz, we always knew like, okay, yeah, he'll be a champion, whatever. And he could have been better, but we know he just kind of they stuck him on this one level. And they just brought him up to another level every other year or so. With Boots, you know they're trying to make this nigga a superstar and shit. But they're struggling to build him after they got him to a certain level where we're all expecting that next thing. Like he's the one that should be having a Keyshawn Davis performance this weekend. and he had the furthest thing from it.
So that's why I want to see Karen in the mix against a Norman, a champion. I want to see how he looks against another
I don't mind that, but as far as the Sean Porter is just too inconsistent with the offense sometimes, and you're gonna have to have good offense to beat Boots. We're not talking about making a tough fight. We're talking about beating Boots.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and for as bad as Boots gets sometimes, like compare how Spence was getting lit up by Porter, nigga. Boots defense ain't never get the Spence level, nigga.
I don't know.
So I'm just and then it just I know niggas was mentioning like, oh, the work rate would give Boots prop. Nigga, look at Boots' work rate. Like Porter gets tired in these type of hard fights. But Porter gets tired in like the 10th round.
And his best win right now, I always felt it was Lipinets because I felt it was Lipinets is the 140.
Yeah.
But the guy, they were hyping up what's his name, Villa, who lost the 3 rounds. People were saying that's his best win. I'm just saying.
No.
People are saying that. No, there are people saying that bullshit.
No, I mean, people are fucking stupid, nigga.
Yeah.
You good, bro. I'm just saying. Like,
but I'm just saying. So, like, in terms of being 28, 27, being turned 28, the resume is lacking a little bit, dog. That's all I'm saying. Like, I know
it is, but he just became champion, though.
The eye test is great, but you gotta put the names together eventually. I'm just saying.
That's the same thing niggas been saying about Bud for like 10 years. Like, dude, at least he's young. Like, dude, it's some of his fault. Some of promoters' fault.
All I'm gonna say about that is I'm happy. I'm happy Bud quote unquote ducked Boots because it wouldn't have been good for Ennis. That's all. But anyways,
I can't even call it a duck, and like it's more.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh,
because a lot of the Spence turn Ennis fans were trying to say nonstop Boots, and Bud was ducking him. It's like it didn't make sense.
Because it was a fight that had momentum and was buzzing, and Crawford was downplaying it, and it's like that's the worst thing that happened to casual fans with boxing. Like casuals don't want to hear about somebody that's good or has potential. And their name is thrown up against a star or somebody like a good fight, and then the star keeps just downplaying and it's not a big fight, not a big. But it's like, but damn, you get interviewed across the world, and everywhere you go, niggas ask you this question, ask you this fight. Obviously, people care.
What do you do? You saw his little bro text. He's like, he just keep going.
I get it. Like, and my thing is, and this is why the era of boxing now, you ain't got real killers like that. Like Bud's a killer in the ring, but the mentality, Muhammad Ali nigga would have been like, fuck it, y'all saying this nigga, y'all want me to fight Boots? Y'all really want me to? Fuck it. Like, all right, goddamn it, let me fight the 3rd round knockout. But these niggas is like, you gotta beg and keep
fighting. It's because of age and everything, but that Floyd.
But if you so much better than just beat this little motherfucker,
it's that Floyd effect. Niggas don't want to ever drop. They want to lose that 0. I mean, obviously you don't want to lose your 0. You don't lose, but I'm just saying.
But then it's like when we call that out and say, "Damn, like if the fight is so easy, just knock him out, beat him." It's like then that's a problem. Then you got a Leonard Ellaby ass nigga like, oh, y'all don't know what it takes to make big fights. Obviously, y'all know what it takes to make bullshit fights. So it's a big fight then. Goddamn, like that's all I'm saying. Like it's a fight people asking for. If you're that good and you can beat them so easily, just fucking do it. Give the people what they fucking want. As weird as goddamn De La Hoya is, he understood that shit when he was boxing in his prime. Enough motherfuckers chirped about a goddamn fight, man. They'll beat the Golden Boy. That nigga, that African nigga with that goddamn jab, he'll beat the fucking Golden Boy. Oh, that Puerto Rican, fucking Trinity, with the left hook, he'll beat the Golden Boy. That motherfucker. Oh, same old. Oh, the nigga from Cali, yeah.
Oscar never. No, that's the one thing with Oscar. He never ducked small. Oscar, yeah.
That's what I'm. And it was always the people smoke, son.
Yeah,
it wasn't just a small sector of niggas like, hey, man, you need to fight him.
as the face of boxing, Oscar kept the tradition. He made fights when fans.
He was the last real face of boxing, if you want to be honest.
Yeah.
The one who really fought everybody, win or lose, like big fight after big fight.
In their primes, it didn't matter. In their primes or whatever, like
even when he was outside his prime, he was still trying to make that happen. But these niggas, goddamn, niggas having their first super fight at 32. Like,
it's think about it. I mean, if we want to talk about it, Hearns and Ray Leonard, their first fight, what? They were 23, 24. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were younger than.
That's what we want with these goddamn Tank and Shakur Stevenson, Lopez, Haney ass niggas. But only some of them are damn getting that email, and the rest are just like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like you become a champ now at 27. You know what I'm saying? Like Keyshawn. No, Keyshawn's older than Leonard and Hearns. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keyshawn Davis is older by a year or two than Leonard and Hearns.
That's what I'm saying. Get the fuck on with this shit, bro. Like, I don't mind. Like the Boots and Crawford fight could still work. It just Boots got to take a serious fight next time. And he got to look seriously good. He can't get away with this autopilot.
Before we go to the poll topic, who would you pick? Ortiz or Ennis? Who are you picking in that fight if they were to make it? Because right now it would be perfect just because
that's a 50-50 fight.
They both came off, performances that were kind of struggle. You know what I mean? So.
Hittable, yeah. Niggas keep talking about fucking Ortiz lost fight. Get the fuck out of here. But I don't know. I think Boots is more talented, but Ortiz is more tested. I'm slightly leaning to Ortiz because I feel like he's already had, like, he's never spoiled on the vine. Mm-hmm. He may have had the damn stop because of the injury, but he was always matched progressively. And he's had those I got clip moments or I got buzz. He had the Maurice Hooker moments. He's had the fucking Boacek moments. Like, Boots ain't had these moments yet. And he's still on this autopilot thinking he could just out-talent and out-athleticize niggas to death. So, yeah, I lean toward Ortiz if they fall at 154 next.
Yeah, and better sooner than later before someone really does lose their zero.
That part. Because these niggas ain't Floyd Pacquiao where they could just fight everybody else and still remain undefeated. Like, no, it's different. Like,
it's different.
You niggas gotta fight immediately now.
Yeah, because I used to think Ortiz in that, like how Taylor Haney, I thought that happened at 147 eventually. I figured Ortiz Boots would happen at 160, but with that turkey money and everything, like they might fight already. You know what I'm saying? They might fight at this point, right? At 154.
Ortiz and Boots happening at 160 is a crime to boxing. Like,
down the line, that's how it is now. You know what I'm saying? Like Taylor Haney had the little fake overnight,
That's as bad as Charlo and Canelo, nigga. Like we really making fights stretch out, marinate for 6 years, and one of them is not going to be undefeated, right?
Most likely, yeah, most likely.
So it's like, fuck, man.
But you got the poll up. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, get to it. I'm sorry.
We got 61 votes, 4 days left. Check us out at Ring and Radio on Twitter /X, Elon Zap, whatever you want to call it. We did ask who had the best performance this weekend with Keyshawn Davis, Bam Rodriguez, Raymond Fordito, and Jerome Boots Ennis. With Keyshawn Davis at 54%, Jesse Bam Rodriguez at 38%, Raymond Ford for 3%, and Boots Ennis for 5%.
Who the fuck voted for Boots? Like Philly, but I voted for Keyshawn Davis. Like, it's obvious. Like it was always between him and Bam.
Yeah, it was Keyshawn to me, but
yeah.
Yeah, so overall, it was a pretty good week of boxing, and then this coming weekend is compared to some people might say, this is the main event of the year or the second half of the year or November, however you want to put it, and then they have the other one which is a marathon card, which LB does not necessarily like. But
I like the fights. I just hate the location and the length.
And Friday? I mean, Friday's cool and all, but
Saturday.
Friday has the buzz, has has the buzz outside of the boxing circles and everything like that. Of course, I'm talking about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Originally this fight was supposed to happen in the summertime, but Mike had a medical episode with a bleeding ulcer, and that and he said in his own words that he lost 22 pounds of it. So it was so they had to postpone it up until November. And Jake Paul had to go fight Mike Perry, and then just try to keep the buzz, keep the momentum going, or whatever. So, yeah, so and obviously after going on, a couple of things I know for sure. Number one, Tyson is a lot slower. Obviously for a 58-year-old or whatever, even though 4 years ago, dude looked like he kind of turned the clock back a little bit with the Roy Jones stuff, both in training and in the actual fight itself. And then he's looking a little slower, and then Jake Paul is looking a little chunkier, because like I said, I know someone who's he has the look of someone.
Jake looks like shit. No way.
Yeah, he took PEDs to bulk up, but he took PEDs.
That missed cycle is fucking him up. I can tell.
Yeah, because
he don't even look like he lifting weights with it.
Yeah, and and with the what bothers me too about this too is like they kind of just made this an exhibition. I would have been like, okay, cool, it's an exhibition. This is what it is, though. But I guess Mike is talking about he wants this as a pro. He wants this on their pro records, and and then Chicago Jake Paul talks with him trying to be, I am a legitimate boxer. I want to be cruiserweight champion. Blah 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 blah. But clearly, something like this is not like a step in. Like, okay, take you seriously as a professional boxer. And the funny things too is like like all the side programming for this too. It's clean, like it's like because I think they've released 2 of the 3 episodes already, and it's clean for the most part. But it's like, damn, they're doing all this fucking detail just for pretty much a sideshow fight, and only Taylor Serrano too got like a blurb of it, like we got like maybe a minute worth.
But remember what I said, like it's like and I mentioned this to Android earlier. Like it seems like a lot of these corporations and promotions and shit, like the real big corporate dollars, they don't want to put that behind any boxer unless they know it's like a known commodity, like it's a known like image brand that tried, tested. And the way boxing runs itself now, niggas ain't really building themselves up to be that. And it's like what I said before, where you really don't have another potential mega super fight where you could put this energy into. And I'm talking about realistically, okay, they've been talking, it could get made. Not like where, like, hey, okay, Canelo Benavidez, where that's going to happen. Like, that's the next potential big fight, but it's not going to happen. So that could have been Tank Noma, not going to happen. So you don't have no no fight that's a guaranteed, like, okay. It's like you had a Spence Crawford for this era. It was supposed to be Canelo Benavidez. What else? What's the fight for this era? And somehow Jake Paul made himself the fucking fight for this era with fucking old ass Mike Tyson. And here we are.
Hey, real quick, shouts out to the legend Cameron for being the moderator on this shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy though, because like it's crazy how like it's on Netflix. It's like ESPN. Back in the day, that'd be the ESPN thing, you know what I mean? But ESPN's not sniffing that shit. They don't care.
Yeah, I seen a clip where Academic said the same shit. He talked about
I did get it from there, but still.
Yeah, but nah, he's honestly right though.
Yeah,
like,
it was a good take. It was a good take.
That's a good take. Like no one wants to see the fucking Skip Bayless and all these old fucks and these niggas talk about shit like this no more, man. Like.
The barbershop, talk is where it's at. The barbershop just, chop it up.
Like they call it the corner store or the park talk.
The bodega banter type.
Bodega, yeah. I'm tired of this narrative where it's like the barbershop. Like I don't want to hear about niggas at the barbershop no more. God dog, like God damn, y'all ran the fucking like we leaving the damn barbershop in 2024.
After niggas be hooping, they're just chilling on the bench, sitting down smoking a blunt.
That's what I'm saying. Like niggas don't even these fat fucks don't know about that because niggas don't hoop. We about the most athletic podcast niggas out, nigga. Shit. Because that's where you get more natural conversations, but no, these niggas be like, no.
Like after you're done hooping, you're just smoking a blunt, chopping it up, talking, 3-4 the guys, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
Yeah. Either on the bench or niggas in the parking lot, whatever. But
the whole desk with the moderator, that's antiquated. It's antiquated.
Yeah. But no, I like that they had
Kevin Mason's different though. Kevin Mason, they're just hilarious.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's funny too because now for this fight, there's a whole bunch of rules like 14-ounce gloves, 2-minute rounds, shit like that. Like they're not even 3-minute rounds, and I'm pretty sure wasn't Tyson going 3-minute rounds with Roy Jones in that exhibition?
It's unboxed. It's a pro fight on the box rack. It's crazy, and they're just making 2-minute rounds and shit. Like wow.
And what's even more crazy is
no amateur rounds, but no headgear.
Yeah, and what's even more funny is like FanDuel actually has odds on this fight.
Fuck out of here! Stop.
Jake Paul's like the favorite by a decent amount, right?
Yeah,
he should be, nigga.
Jake Paul is a minus 215 favorite. Mike Tyson is plus 172, money line. Now, method of victory: a Jake Paul decision is plus 300. Jake Paul KO is plus 130. Draws 1100. Mike Tyson decision is 1100. And Mike Tyson KO is plus 240.
Damn, they think he could damn knock him out, dude.
And there's actually alternative group round betting is on this shit too.
Oh wow! But see, those marquee fights bring out those damn bets though.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, which person is gonna damn land the first punch bet? Like, what nigga's gonna get dropped first? Or will the fight have multiple knockdowns? Plus 500 for 7 knockdown. Like, okay, nigga, we get it.
Yeah, they actually, let me take a look. I think let's see, do they have?
They go ham on that shit.
Oh no, they don't have any. They have to win in 60 seconds and total fight rounds and what round the fight will end type of bets.
Oh damn.
Yeah, like Mike Tyson to win in 60 seconds is plus 2,300. Somebody's been thinking like, fuck Jake Paul. Let me go put some money in this. Let me try to change my life.
You try to change your life on the back of a damn 58-year-old man, then I don't know.
Yeah, no, but see, I'm conflicted about. Because on the other hand, like I said, my mind is telling me that as soon as Mike touches Jake Paul with something, Jake Paul will probably go down because he's never been hit that hard before. But the other side of me is thinking, could it be another whole Vitor Belfort, Evander Holyfield deal? Because that's the shit that kind of turned me off Triller for good. For a lot of different reasons. But yeah, I hated seeing that. I hate seeing that shit. I'm like, God damn. But at least Belfort is an actual fighter, so it's like, okay, he's an actual fighter. Whereas Jake Paul is, we took up boxing 4 years ago, give or take. So it's like.
But all he has to do is land one good shot. And I think, because all Jake Paul really going to try to do is either throw a haymaker, land one good shot, or try to just maul Tyson and just try to overwhelm him with a bunch of shots.
Or tire him out somehow.
Yeah, tire him out, grab him, do the Logan Paul shit he did with Floyd and still almost get KO'd and you wrestling a nigga 50 pounds smaller than you. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. This is a tough one to call, man. Like,
part of me is thinking, like, I'm an '80s baby, so I have to stick with Mike. Actually, maybe hitting him with something that will drop him. Because it's like, obviously, it's not gonna look good if Jake Paul actually does beat Mike Tyson, or God forbid if he actually drops him and has him looking like Tyson did against Kevin McBride. And I know a lot of black people were upset at that. That shit.
I'm just saying, be mentally prepared for an American icon boxing legend. Just be mentally prepared.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, if this was the Mike Tyson that went to Roy Jones, I'm like, yeah, this is Mike Tyson will body dude. But he's clearly older. You know, he's had back issues. He has an ulcer. Like there's a lot of things. I know that it's like
fight would have probably been a better look last year. Like this year, the ulcer shit and just like 4 years is 4 years, man.
Right.
Like anything in less than 4 years would have been a better turnout for me.
Right. So
I still pick Tyson, but goddamn. Because this is the thing, like Jake Paul, like I don't know, I don't think he's been training serious. I know he goofs around and he had the little pregnant shit on, the little pregnant stomach thing.
Yeah, the bodysuit. Yeah,
the bodysuit shit, and he cracking jokes and all that shit. But then when he takes it off, he don't look like he really was taking it serious. Like I don't know, like it just. And then the person he was sparring, the heavyweight nigga, the same dude, Dreamland was telling us about that he beat up in the amateurs.
Yeah. And
it's like, Jake Paul, like you really taking that dude serious and trying to get highlights off of him, and he's barely trying. Like, I don't know. I feel like these niggas just fucking around and they just go and get a bag. These niggas is splitting fucking 60 mil.
40 for Jake, 20 for Mike is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like it just.
But shouts out,
man.
I know people want to hate on Jake, but shouts out. I heard Amanda might be getting 6 mil. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
And her and Katie are getting broke off now. This fight, that fight at least though.
They deserve it though.
I mean, that fight though. If Eddie had actually, this is where Eddie fucked up because Eddie could have, ran the rematch in New York where it was before, and and it could have made bread, and he could have been a genius behind there, but he wanted to go do it in Ireland, and then there was it was an injury, and then it got thrown on.
They just fucked up the whole momentum, and it altered women's boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it shortened the damn momentum it had. Like,
it ain't been the same. I mean, Savannah. I think Savannah, Clarissa was good, but it ain't been the same since then.
Yeah. But imagine if you had that after that doubleheader, you still had Serrano Taylor 2 to look forward to.
Right.
That's the thing, like, because that was really the next fight, that you wanted to see again. In addition to Baumgart the Mayor too.
Right.
And it's like neither one happened right away. And it's like Pat said, I know it's like we kind of ran the course with all the women's boxing fights. So we was at the point where it's like, I run them shits back again, and we never got them shits ran back again until fucking now.
Yeah.
I mean, Mayor's been trying to hold it down this year, shit. 2 fight of the years, like her and Ray Ford, them niggas been getting busy this year, yo.
Facts. But let me see what the odds are looking like for this one. So money line is basically we have Katie Taylor at -120, Serrano at -102. Method of victory: Katie Taylor KO. Katie Taylor points plus 105. Katie Taylor KO plus 1,200, draw 1,600. Serrano points plus 185. Amanda Serrano KO plus 500. And it's kind of crazy because Serrano does have the power to KO Katie Taylor. Like, that's why I'm actually surprised that it's actually that high.
Hold on, what was it again?
Serrano KO is plus 500.
God damn.
Yeah. Actually, one other fight has even more unbelievable odds, but we'll get to that one shortly, though. But
Serrano by KO, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm going by Serrano by KO too. Like shit, I'll probably make a parlay and have that on there. Like shit.
Yeah, because plus 500, like fuck that. Like, and plus, like she hurt Taylor. Like Taylor ain't like I don't think Serrano is gonna allow Taylor to get all. I was gonna say fucking what's that nigga name? But she does it worse than he does. So fuck it. Taylor, she ain't gonna let Taylor do her routine.
Mm-hmm.
All that holding and clinching and headbutting ugly shit.
Like nah.
Pasty bitch.
Headbutt this fist.
That's what these fucking uppercuts. Tim do your ass into these fades, nigga. Like
but yeah, this fight though definitely deserved, some shoulder programming and everything, and it's just like, yeah, it doesn't have much on that aspect, and I'm like, that's a damn shame, and then. But first, I mean, obviously, is anyone picking anything other than surrounded by KO, or at least surrounded by decision, or does someone think it's Katie Taylor might take it?
Surround gotta get the KO this going round. Let's get it. Round 6.
What about you, P?
Well, actually, Serrano hasn't really been looking her best, and she couldn't even get a past her prime Heather Hardy out. So I'm gonna lean toward Serrano but you know what? Taylor, she did win the last one close, so I'm gonna go with Katie Taylor. But I'll be rooting for my Boricua. Yeah.
There you go.
Hold on, this nigga literally not gonna talk?
I mean, I know he had I know he had kind of disappeared, and I brought him back in there. So,
okay. So I guess it's probably gonna be Serrano by decision.
Yeah, and then we have the fight, and then we have a fight here that I didn't think was gonna be on this card. I mean, it's rare considering that both guys don't have any direct relationship to Jake. We got Mario Barrios making his second title defense this year against Abel Ramos, and I'm low key looking forward to this fight.
Yeah,
me too. Actually, yeah.
Mostly because because like I said, I mean, now everyone knows I'm not high on Barrios in any type of way, so I'm thinking to myself, I think Abel Ramos has a really good shot, but the odds that I see for this fight in FanDuel, I'm thinking to myself like, is this like a steal? Like, okay, the money line for Barrios is minus 1450, which is high.
God damn.
Ramos,
what did he is Floyd? Like,
yeah, and Ramos is plus 870 for money line.
Good God.
No, Gary, this is the method of victory. This is what I'm saying. This is like someone might put some money down. For a Barrios points decision is minus 170. For a Barrios KO is plus 180. For a draw is plus 2900. Abel Ramos points decision is plus 1900. And a Ramos KO is plus 1500. Yeah. This is actually this is like honestly, and there's a very good chance that Ramos can KO Barrios, which this is why
that's what I'm saying. Like,
and I'm thinking to myself, like, why these odds are like this? And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, obviously, the last time we saw Ramos, dude was part of one of the best opening fights you've seen in recent times against Cody Crowley, and I get it. It was a hard fight. It was a brutal fight, but I
feel like that effort could beat Mario though.
Facts, like yeah.
Yeah, this nigga's about to lose it. Yo, nigga, you hate Mario.
This nigga really hates Mario.
Nigga, it's like you lost your voice, like your voice cracked up. This is like facts.
It's shit's ridiculous. Yeah, like honestly, when I saw these odds, I was like, I thought I had to clean my glasses, had to like rub my eyes real quick. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, seriously, like,
oh damn.
Like this is like Barrios is like a fucking world beater. Like what are we doing?
They giving them nigga Kawasaki odds. Like nigga said 1400. Like who is he for that? Did they see his last fight?
Yeah, apparently. I mean, Ramos has more KOs than Barrios. That's what I'm trying to think. Like this,
I wanted to put Barrios over minus 350. Be honest with you.
Yeah. I mean that seems normal because I mean this fight is probably more 50-50ish, but this is like making it like Barrios is a fucking world beater. But yeah, no, just off this. I mean, a 90 plus 1900 plus 1500 for Ramos for KO. Like, Like that's just crazy to me. Like, I honestly, I mean, either someone must be lunching, like whoever made these odds, though. But yeah, just whoever's listening, like if you want a possible come up, you might want to go put some bread on a Ramos points or Ramos KO. Like
I ain't gonna lie, fucking Serrano KO and Ramos money line seemed like a good 2-leg.
Yeah, and even the group round betting, like Ramos to win the fight in between 1 and 3 is plus 10,000. I'm like, what is like? I was like, what are these odds? Like, where did they get these odds from? Like,
Yo,
like have
I've never seen no odds like this before.
Yeah, like I mean, honestly, the last time I seen odds like this was the Kuzmano fight, the Kalnaki, which is like I told niggas like, yo, bet on Kuzmano.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This might be like, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like people will somebody will fuck something up.
Mm-hmm.
So the Serrano and the Ramos, they're good enough to be their own parlay.
Mm-hmm.
Or just individual bets. Like I wouldn't even play with them on no big parlays, bro.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself like, yo, like honestly, what I'm trying to think about what am I missing here? Like, you know, where Abel Ramos to win 1 through 6 is plus 4,000. Like, what am I fucking missing? Like, I don't understand this. Like, these are some of the most wildest odds I've seen. Like,
them little niggas in Vegas, they must have got drunk in that back room or some shit, because I don't see how you coming up with like.
Yeah, Abel Ramos wins the fight 1 through 4 plus 8,000. Like, like.
But hold on, is this still? Nah, wait, no, it isn't. Well, no, I was about to say, hold on, is this the? I was gonna say, was this the first card after the election? Like niggas and shit just changing or something like that? I'm like, nah, last week was so. Maybe because it's the card. That's what it is. This the first big fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just like, wow, y'all trying to boost the economy with these shits.
Yeah, they might boost my economy, like I said, because now I'm just like, yeah, I honestly no, I mean Ramos
bars.
I mean I honestly think Ramos will. I mean I think Ramos will beat Barrios, like, but it's just like, geez. I mean, because Ramos can outbox Barrios and he can KO him. That's the part I haven't really decided like what I think will be the most feasible. I mean, Barrios, even for his faults, is pretty fucking durable. You know. But it also depends. I guess it depends too. If Ramos is if the Crowley fight took something out of Abel Ramos. Who is that? Pilot, is that you?
My bad. My bad. Shut up.
This nigga.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I saw that shit. I'm just like, geez. But you know, my pick obviously is Abel Ramos. Like, I honestly, if Abel Ramos doesn't become a champion, this is the fight he's gonna have to do it at. Otherwise, it's never gonna happen for him.
Welterweight's so fucking cooked if Abel. I'm sorry, I'm just saying.
But see, this is the thing. Like, I don't like everybody who becomes a champ don't have to be so pound for pound bound.
Yeah, true. But at 147, like I love that division. Growing up, that's my. I'm just saying. Like,
I feel you, but remember back in the 80s and 90s, like, and to a lesser extent, the 154 today, like niggas, anybody was grabbing belts. Like, if you have a great night, you get a belt.
Facts, yeah.
And Ramos then had some great entertaining nights, so I'd be happy for that dude if he got a
true. I wouldn't be mad if he won. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, good point.
That's guys like him and Ray Beltran and there's another nigga who got a belt after going through some shit, and it's like,
there's no you can
even like a Caleb Truax got a fucking belt, bro. Come on,
sure did.
Like, now let this nigga Ramos live. This nigga talking about 147 is cooked. If this nigga like shit, like motherfucker 140 is cooked. Goddamn, Rolly got a belt.
Yeah,
you're right.
Shit, that's a crime against humanity, nigga. He got a fucking belt. Like David Tua out here walking around beltless. Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, this shit is crazy though. And then obviously this card has Bruce Shushu character on there though. But the horrible thing is too, he's not on the main card, but he's on the YouTube portion.
Makes no sense. Makes no sense, but unfortunate. Well, he's not. He's a top ranked guy, but still, how do you put him on the card but not put him on the give me the closer on YouTube? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and then also on that portion, we have one Shadesha Green who's going for a vacant super middleweight title on that portion.
Oh my God, who's she fighting?
She's fighting. I've never seen her fight before. Melinda Watpool, who's also undefeated.
So is she gonna knock her out, or is she gonna struggle? Right?
She's gonna struggle.
Jeez, man, like y'all.
I mean, Jake is trying to make something happen for her. I get it though.
Yeah, old girl. Yeah, she
better fucking make it happen. Then damn.
Lady of Rage had a Linsanity run.
Cause it's like, damn, nigga, like, yo, like her losing to make Jake Paul look bad, even if Jake Paul was to get knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be worse.
But I do give him props because he is bringing her back after a loss, and I hope he does the same for Silva. Ashton Silva. I hope he brings him. At least he's trying with these fighters. So you can't, you can hate.
No, I get it, but it's like the hype she had, and it's just like it was something. It wasn't a skill issue. It was, look, if your job is to box, motherfucker, the least you can do is be in goddamn shape, motherfucker.
Facts.
Like, there's not no fucking gut or nothing. And it's your fucking job, bitch. Fight. Like, get in fucking shape. Like, you wasting, like, prime Jake Paul promotional dollars, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And it's like, you could have had a fight with Clarissa Shields. You said no. Then I had a fight with Savannah Marshall. No. You end up having the fight with Zazern, Cruz Zazern. And which is the lesser out of all three of those women, and that's no disrespect.
And she schooled
you. And you lost that fight.
She schooled you, and then you got dropped. You got punched on your breast, and you got dropped the last fight after that.
Yeah, so it's like damn, like we giving you a chance to live up to the hype, and you spitting in our face. Yeah. So yeah, she better fucking show out this fucking weekend. God damn. Yeah. If not, take your slow ass on.
Yeah, but at least with this, I mean, hopefully maybe that they might change something. I mean, Shadesha can stay on the YouTube version, but yeah, Bruce Shushu deserves to be on the main portion. Like he can open it up. Like, because I know when Shushu actually posted that on his Twitter, you could tell how disappointed he was. It's like, damn, no one's gonna see me on this TV. And I get it because, like, but yeah, I guess that's the way the logistics fall though. But yeah, that's Friday night though. I think the main card starts at 5:30. I think on Friday. Not the main card. Excuse me, the YouTube portion. And I think it's 7 or 7:30 that the main card starts. But yeah, like I said, it's on Netflix, so it's probably gonna be the most watched fight card in years. Probably since fucking Floyd and Conor McGregor. Seriously. And that's, I don't know if you can say that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a thing. Pretty much. But that's for Friday. And then Saturday we have Riyadh season with Latino night, which is actually pretty funny that it's called that, but it's in Saudi Arabia. However, though, the card itself, it's actually pretty fucking great. It's not a bad card at all. And just for people, if you're wondering what time it starts, things start at noontime, I believe. So, yeah. Yeah, you go from the Tyson fight, and you don't know how long that's going to be. And then, of course, for Pilot, it's going to be, it's going to be 9 a.m.
It's going to be 9 a.m., yeah. It's going to be 9 a.m. But on the prelims, they'd be having these random Arabs, so it's all right. I can sleep through that.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Pilot will be having his bacon and eggs in the morning watching this shit. And like I said, this is it's a great it's a great card headlined by, you know, a cruiserweight unification between Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez and Chris Billum Smith. You know, and on paper it's great, like, you know, because, you know, it's, you know, they're both good fighters and good champions, and, you know, they gotta throw hands. You gotta hope, of course, it lives up to its billing.
Yeah, that's an actual fight. That really could be a fight of the year, actually.
Yeah, and that's not the, and there's a couple fights in there that could be fight of the year candidates too. And then afterwards, in the co-main event, we got Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza. And the fun things too is both fighters, you know, underperformed. I mean, Ramirez won against Rances Barthelemy, but as I mentioned, if you heard me in the recap before, he made that fight a lot harder than he should have, and he was getting rocked too many fucking times by Rances in that fight. Like,
you got rocked bad in that fight. You got rocked a couple times.
Yeah, he got right. There was a blown knockdown call and everything. So it was like, and then we got Arnold Barboza, who's been trying to find a footing, like trying to. I mean, trying
to be
to
honest, he got to gift his last fight. He got to gift. Come on.
He got to gift his last fight. It's, you know, Barboza. It's getting to the point where, you know, he has to be careful because, you know, he's starting to kind of spoil on the vine a little bit. Like that Alex Saucedo fight is, I mean,
not a little bit. No, it's pretty spoiled.
This nigga by him. He said, "Nah, fuck the bullshit. It's pretty spoiled." But I think Barboza is still undefeated too. So
it's a good fight. It's a really good fight, though. It's a good match.
It is, though. But it's one of those fights, though. Like I said, it should have happened years ago on Top Rank. But like I said, Top Rank politics kind of stopped that fight from happening, and other different fights for Barboza in the other hand too. So I mean, again, that's I mean, first of all, who do we have? Who do you guys think will actually win between Jose Ramirez and Barboza?
I got Ramirez.
I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna go with Barboza, only because I mean, Ramirez is just like, Ramirez. I guess he's consistent at being inconsistent. That's
fair. That's fair.
Yeah. You know, whereas Barboza just had one little you know, in his last fight, and he should have lost that one. But for the most part, he's actually been solid. Yeah, he's not stopping anybody. You know,
and Ramirez is more talented. Like, you would say he has a higher ceiling, like overall better.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't know. It's like it's something where he just don't put it together. Where it's a real strong performance throughout the whole fight.
Facts.
Like, it's somehow like he's gonna give you maybe good 5 or 6 rounds. And the rest are like, maybe take your pick. Like, hey, like maybe he win this one, maybe he don't, man.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning. I'd say Barboza by decision, but if it's close, you already know that they're gonna try to give the Ramirez.
Upside. Easy, yeah.
Unless they think about it on some like, it's Barboza's turn. Let's give him his shot. Let's let him get his run. Because I wouldn't be surprised if these niggas run that shit back and make a rematch out of this fight. Because they ain't got nothing else popping with these two niggas.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They run that shit back, so it almost didn't even matter. But Barboza, and I think Zurdo win the main event.
Yeah, I'm thinking Zurdo's gonna win the main event too. Because Zurdo, I mean, Chris Billum Smith is a big guy too, but Zurdo can legit be a fucking heavyweight. Like, dude is, honestly, like between that and you know, Zurdo has punching power and stuff like that. So yeah, I honestly think that he could probably stop Chris Billum Smith too, because like Chris Billum is a big cruiserweight, but Ramirez Zurdo is like a big heavyweight. So it's like,
and that cruiserweight fight he looked big as fuck, but that was a good ass fight too.
It was, yeah, it absolutely was. You know, so yeah, they got something with this one. So like they were definitely cooking with this one, that one. And then the next fight though, after Ramirez Barboza, is a fight that should have a different opponent with William Zepeda and Tevin Farmer, and it's like, And funny things too is like if Farmer didn't have the performance he had against Muratalla, I honestly it would probably be it'd be like a true joke fight to me. But Tevin gave that dude far more trouble than he should have. Like that was a dumb close fight, and like Muratalla was probably very lucky to actually probably at some points actually win that fight. Like he won, but ain't shit easy about this fight. Whereas Zepeda though, Zepeda should have actually got a lightweight title shot by now. Like, dude is coming off an impressive knockout of Giovanni Cabrera. Shout out to his brother, who I know listens to us from time to time. It's just going from Cabrera to Tevin Farmer. I mean, my gut feeling saying that Zepeda will beat Tevin Farmer down. He should.
Yeah, I don't all this shit that people talking about Tevin Farmer's tricky and this, that. Like, I get it, but come on, man. Like, this nigga was never special like that, bro. Like, goddamn bloody JoJo Diaz beat this nigga up. Like, come on. Like, with one of the worst damn, like,
no. You're right. He got dropped by a random bum in Mexico, like early on, but he hasn't. I'll say he has improved since then a lot. But I know
like, is he skilled? Yeah, but it's just I don't think he has the offense to really like.
So basically, you think Shakur definitely 100% will school him.
I don't think Zepeda. I don't think Shakur beats. I mean, I don't think Shakur schools Zepeda. He could beat him, but I don't know if he schools him. Because remember, like Zepeda's been beating up boxers in different types of styles. Mm-hmm. Like Shakur ain't never fought nobody like Zepeda yet.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely
somebody who's really going to just keep throwing punches, doesn't care about looking good, looking pretty, none of this Madrimov shit, and and hesitating, and no, it's just I'm coming to throw fucking fades. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And who's gonna fucking knows how to cut off the ring and throw different types of shots? Like nobody's been in this nigga chest like that. Pause.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Good pause.
But it sounds like Shakur confident though. Like I think already signed for the fight. Like he wants to fight, so that says one thing too.
Yeah, so pretty much Zepeda is like, so yeah, I mean, obviously Zepeda is like, he has to win this fight, and most likely will that fight will, if he does, that fight will probably get announced. Like it'll be like it might be a Riyadh season card in February because I know that I know like a lot of that shit's still tentative, but Shakur versus Zepeda is probably based on what Zepeda does in this fight. So we shall see.
That's what they're really doing. It's a litmus test for them, but we already know Zepeda is ready for the elites at 135. This is just a formality. Like this some extra buzz. Like he need to get he just need to get a Keyshawn Davis moment right now.
Yeah, and I mean, and obviously this belt this has an interim WBC interim lightweight title belt on line, so that's pretty much is good. It's setting up to whoever the winner to face Shakur next. And then we have another fight here that I'm sure will be a fight of the year candidate. We have Oscar Duarte facing Batir Akhmadev, and obviously again you've heard me talk about Akhmadev before. It was originally supposed to be Kenneth Sims for this fight, which was that would have been that's still an awesome fight, just off styles too. But Kenneth Smith unfortunately suffered a knee injury during training, so Akhmadev was penciled in. And one thing's for sure, Akhmadev, huh?
This nigga what is talking?
No, yeah. Remember, I sent y'all on the zone. They got confused with Tevin and Devin and.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit. Like, that's lazy promoting.
They'll always be having those mess ups. I was looking forward to the Duarte fight a lot. I mean, the Duarte Sims. Akhmadov, I get a little annoyed with that. He gets robbed every fucking fight. Do enough. Do more, nigga. Do more.
Yeah,
bro.
do more, nigga. Shit. Mm-hmm. And stop hoping for these Pat Scorpio judges, nigga. Do fucking more. All this goddamn. Every time you lose a close fight, I was robbed. I was like, shut the fuck
Barrios
up.
dropped you twice, bro. I'm sorry. I know Pat hates Barrios because of that, but you got dropped twice in that fight. You should have maybe dropped him at lunch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, this nigga act like he was pitching a damn Hopkins Pavlik.
Yeah, he did.
He got dropped twice. Like, nigga, you was in a back and forth fight and you got dropped twice. Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Puello fight, I feel like he didn't get robbed in that fight. Maybe I'm tripping. I feel like Puello won that.
I don't feel like he got robbed in that fight either.
Yeah,
that was
the only fight that I feel he didn't get robbed was the Kenneth Simmons fight. That was the only fight that I felt like it could have gone both ways, but I wasn't mad at
Simmons.
Simmons.
Simmons was the most clear.
Simmons won that clean. What the fuck? Both could go both ways.
I think Simmons was the one that out of the fights we just mentioned, Simmons won that one. That was
the cleanest.
Yeah. So I that's why I didn't call it no robbery or anything like that. It was like, okay, so Sims got that, and it was a hard fight. And it was a fight of the year candidate. And I was like,
great fight. That was a great fight.
Yeah, that was a great fucking fight.
Yeah. So I'm expecting nothing less for this. Now I know Akhmadov is gonna have to, like, if he loses to Duarte, because I think this fight's gonna end in a knockout. I just don't know. It's either gonna be if it's gonna be a knockout. Duarte can punch. There's no question about that. So Akhmadov
aggressive.
Yeah. So it's like, part of me thinking this fight's gonna end by a knockout. Akhmadov is basically it's cumulative with him, whereas Duarte can probably put you out with a couple of shots. So it's like, is it like punch resistance or work rate? Like I don't know whose intangibles will kind of beat the others. Like, but like I said,
I'll pick Duarte on this one.
I'm going with Akhmadov on this one.
We know, bro.
I think Duarte's gonna stop him. I think Duarte's a pretty good fighter. I know Ryan knocked him out, but I think Duarte's gonna stop.
Yeah, he was putting his foot in Ryan Garcia's ass too.
Yeah, he was I got. Wait, is it 12 or 10? Well, how many rounds is this one, Pat?
That's a 12 rounder.
12 round. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna say Duarte at 9. I don't know.
Yeah, all the fights on this card are supposed to are 12 rounds, except for
that's fire.
Except for the random Saudi Arabian cat that His Excellency put in the opener.
Yeah, you gotta have his boys on there.
Yeah, keep the motherfuckers as the opener. So who's the performance I gotta damn roll my eyes to tonight for Saturday?
Bad Bunny.
I don't know. I actually don't know who's actually performing. I don't know who's actually performing on there.
No, because that shit don't need no fucking.
They're gonna have some random. They're gonna have some random. Like Hispanic. Hispanic.
Somebody from the damn top Billboard 100 or something.
Yeah, they're gonna have somebody.
Oh, and then also there's one more fight I forgot to mention, and then obviously Oscar Collazo. Of course, if you watch the minimum weights, Oscar Collazo is one of the minimum weights that punches way above his weight. Facing knockout CP Freshbar, of course, is like, he's like one of those urban legends you might have heard of, like his name because of the name knockout CP Freshbar. Again, that might be one of those wars you might be talking about too. Niggas. Funny thing too is like niggas be the hungriest when you weigh 105 pounds. Niggas be the hungriest, so they're the ones that be throwing hands the hardest sometimes. You'd be surprised. But those are your fights on the card. Like I said, it's a totally watchable card. Like from top to bottom, it's just in such a toy. It's just now you have to hope that either number one there's no performances, but like I said, I haven't heard of any performances. No, I haven't seen Turkey actually announce any performances. So
yeah, because honestly, I don't need this be no fucking 8-hour card. How many fights? Is 6 fights?
6, yeah.
I don't need it to be no 6-hour card either. I need this shit to be wrapped up in like after 4 hours. That should be it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then less. Like I said, I like His Excellency, but he doesn't need to be on the microphone because he's a weirdo. He says a lot of weird shit. A lot of random.
You don't need no sweepstake giveaways and none of that shit. Like,
well, it's in Saudi Arabia, so I don't think I gotta do any of this the giveaway shit. I just don't.
These niggas ain't gonna do the reverse and say, you won a damn a trip to damn Los Angeles." I'd have been like, "Fuck." Imagine if you in Los Angeles, you would have tripped to Saudi Arabia, and you in Saudi Arabia, you would have tripped to LA. Like, nigga, like who's winning more on that one?
Oh man, but yeah, no, I just hope that he just sits there, and if he's talking, he's only gonna either announce a car that hasn't been, that hasn't been like that's been finalized or something like that. But yeah, I don't need him getting on the mic and he's talking haltingly, or he says something incredibly weird, and you're like trying to think about what the context is. Like, nah, like
don't need to hear you gloat about getting Ring magazine.
They're gonna bring that
shit up the fucking mic, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna bring that up.
No, they don't mention it, but he don't need to don't give him the mic for him to mention it.
Yeah,
because this nigga make that shit sound weird.
Yeah, Oscar. If Oscar wants to get on the mic a little bit, okay, cool. But yeah, that's hopefully they keep everything moving. Keep everything moving on this card, and by 4:30ish or whatever, the shit is done. Maybe.
No, when these niggas, the fucking main event be starting at fucking 4:00.
Yeah, no random musical performances. Like, yeah, keep that shit where that needs to be. Keep that shit elsewhere. Like, nah, just go through this nice card. Let the fight of the years play out, and then niggas can go about their day.
Yeah, that's the only boxing for that day, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Friday, Saturday, yeah, that's boxing next week in a nutshell. So, yeah, it feels different, because like I said, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is like the biggest fucking is the biggest fucking event for this month, which is crazy to actually say that. Just like it was back in Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. But funny thing is that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones event was like popping. Like this shit was on point.
That was the last boxing match that had some fucking buzz.
Facts.
The real promo and shit.
Yeah, it had the whole HBO production, and Snoop Dogg killed the commentary, like to the point where now Snoop Dogg is doing commentary for the Olympics and shit.
Hell yeah, that shit was a win.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. Like, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some highlight moments from either of these cards, though. But yeah, like I said, yeah, we'll see how it goes for this weekend. But
it's an A+ boxing weekend right here.
Yeah, because results of some of these will definitely kind of move boxing in some sort of direction. Don't know what direction it's going to be, but it's going to move it.
Yeah, and it just the majority of the fights are going to be entertaining or have some type of drama or have some type of fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
I could deal with that. They don't have to be the most significant fights, but as long as it's balanced, there's some significant fights, there's some fuckery fights. There's some fight of the years mixed in there. There's some crossroads. It's like you got everything. Like it's a mixed bag, but it's a good mixed bag, if that makes sense.
Right. And I think with the Golden Boy card, it's not just airing on the Zone. It's not on pay-per-view. I think it might be on Triller. It might be on Fight TV. It's on. I think they're putting it on a lot of different things.
But it's mainly on the Zone. For the most part. I mean, I'm not, but that's interesting. It's actually on different platforms, but
because they know the Zone ain't got no fucking subs, bro. These niggas don't even have 1 million subs.
And I go, I laughed when they were like, "It's the first non-pay-per-view of Riyadh season." I'm like, I get the cards are stacked, but how are all these pay-per-view? Like, why are all these shit? I'm just saying, like,
yeah, like to make a big deal about that not being pay-per-view. It's like, bro, like you're not even gonna get you're getting a Latino card.
You're fucking charging
Americans. Fucking Saudi Arabia.
I mean, obviously, I love the heavyweight in 175 undisputed, but you're charging Americans for non-Americans to fight on pay-per-view? What the fuck? Come on now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no one, like, oh my God, like this nigga spitting right now. Like, if you see it, I don't know how these other niggas don't see this shit, bro. Like these niggas literally finessing shit, but no one calls it out. No one sees it. It's just, yeah, oh my God, there's more meat riding. Pause from these whole ass niggas.
Some niggas, I don't know. I'm on the fence about the whole Turkey with buying the ring. I think he's gonna try to make the ring belt, matter. You know what I'm saying? And make it.
How you gonna have independent writers when y'all be damn crucifying them niggas over there? Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like how that's gonna work?
Shouts out Jake Donovan. Because Jake Donovan and him had a beef, and Jake Donovan's a part of the Ring magazine, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, no, but yeah. Other than that, I think that is it for our show for tonight. I think P's probably either is probably battling his smoke detector or whatever.
He probably working out, doing stomach or back.
Or that kid's messing with the wires again.
Right.
Oh shit, yeah. Nah, I hope he moved or whatever.
Yeah. So do we have any
that dude?
So do we have any final thoughts before we get up out of here?
I just hope boxing's a good weekend. We got some good fuckery fights.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned Thursday. These niggas gonna be back here talking football.
Yeah, so yeah, Rome will be hosting and everything like that. So yeah, obviously if you hear us talk football, it has a slightly personal touch depending on what the stakes are. And it's always entertaining to talk football and talk trash and little mid-season report on things. So that'll be. And then yes, definitely rest in peace, Tony Todd, man. That exactly. Like this year, it seems like we're losing a lot of recipes. This shit starting to bother me a little bit. Like a lot of real the real actors, like especially real black actors. So just to specify, like the one like the classic ones, they're all going and they're going in such a short period amount of time.
And there's no replacements for them. There's like no one stepping up. There's no platform. There's no machine or engine that's really showcasing more black actors in these type of movies that were made like Candyman. Like that shit just ain't happening now. So
yeah,
like these niggas is really dying forever.
Yeah, obviously Tony. Obviously he's been in like 200 movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. But obviously his biggest role, obviously, is as the Candyman. If you watch Candyman as a kid, Candyman, number one, the story again is it's a wild story. The movie itself is wild. The soundtrack is wild. Like that shit scared the shit out of me. Like Freddy, Jason, none of that. That shit was light work. Candyman, shit, I couldn't look at no fucking mirror. I couldn't even look at my reflection in the shower. I was shook. Like I used to eyes closed, like no reflection. Like that's how shook that fucking movie had me. Because I never seen some shit like that before in my life.
Well, fucking bees get your ass.
Yeah, the bees too. Like the whole Candyman shit. Like dude. The dude was absolutely classic, and then you have his other movies, like he was in Platoon, Night of the Living Dead, the
Rock,
was the Final Destinations, and dude was just in a lot of stuff, even like TV shows. Like I know my favorite TV show role of his. I know people will say Star Trek, and I didn't watch Star Trek. I wasn't a Trekkie at all. I never understood it was cool, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah, I couldn't get into Star Trek for shit. My pops used to watch the fuck out of that.
Yeah, and I have a couple of cousins that were Trekkies too, and dude for the most part did kill us all in there, but he was on one of my favorite shows in the 90s was Hercules: Legendary Journeys, and he played a character called Gilgamesh, and dude was terrifying in that fucking episode, like straight demon. So like dude had a knack. Like dude was classically trained, but he had a knack for horror. Like
yeah, hell yeah, and you don't see it like people special. You know what? It's funny. That's it. Like, and it's crazy how he ends up being in Stream, which is I don't know. That may be one of his final films, but I seen it the other day. That has like so many actors that are known for horror films. It's just like they just threw them all in that movie. So, but you don't see that happening like that. So yeah, he's always in some crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously he had a small part in Lean on Me too. That's another. I had to make sure to mention that. It's like, yeah, dude was in a lot of
Kid Ray is getting beat up. Principal Scorpio, we somebody beating the shit out of Kid Ray. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Kid Ray was getting fucking work, bro. Like shit. Like
he couldn't fight.
You ain't learning nothing on them streets, nigga. Stay in school, nigga. Like
right.
The streets ain't for you, bro. Like niggas get
Oh man, no, but yeah, definitely rest in peace, man. And I think he definitely has a whole bunch of posthumous movies that are coming out, including including another Final Destination movie where I think is again that's one of his final movies.
Damn, another Final Destination coming out. Oh wow, okay.
I mean, I love those Final Destination movies. They're wild. I fuck with them because they haven't screwed up that franchise to the point where I don't want to see their movie.
They didn't go all crazy like Saw did, but I kind of enjoyed the last couple Saws.
Yeah, so did I.
But yeah, they like Final Destination. I felt like Saw kind of filled the void with them niggas like kind of chill.
Mm-hmm.
But I was glad that you said they coming back. So that's what's up. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a shame though that Tony Todd couldn't when they did the Candyman reboot, dude couldn't be the main Candyman, because I would have, because it said we would have never gotten woke Candyman.
Yeah, woke kid. Like, what the fuck is a woke kid?
I mean, the guy that played the main dude in it, the good guy, he's a good actor, but yeah, new Candyman was alright. It was alright.
Yeah, they showed all the kills in the trailers, which I thought was absolutely incredible. Like I was like, damn, like none of that shit. Like they didn't even like hold on to that. They like not even to one special kill in that movie.
And you see, they was scared to show white people getting killed. I don't like that fake ass movie, man.
Yeah,
they was like, no, we can't show these little white girls, these white women get killed. Nah, like we'll just allude to it. So like, no, nigga, you showing everybody else get murked, nigga.
Right. I mean, we're especially in Candyman 2. Well, Candyman 2 is when white people were getting killed. That dude was killing white people in Candyman 2.
Like, fuck that. It's for ancestors, nigga.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely rest in peace, Tony Todd, man. And like I said, man, we got cherished, man. Someone keep an eye on Keith David, man. Like, got
facts. Him and Ernie Hudson.
Facts. Yeah. We gotta start giving them some flowers, because that whole era is starting to go. Yeah, no, I'm not ready for that to go. Shit, Denzel's already talking about. Yeah, I have a 5 more movies, and I'm retiring, and he laid them all out this morning. I'm like, damn, like Denzel's getting ready to retire now. So it's like, yeah, someone gotta step up. Like we can't just have no comedians in there just making these lowbrow ass movies, man. Like we got
these have to have YouTube comedians. Like chill, yo. Like half y'all ain't funny.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we need some more classically trained actors to take to take some real nigga roles. We need seriously, like we need that.
Yeah, all you damn TikTok comedians and actors. Like, I mean, some of y'all got it, and some of y'all don't. I mean? We need balance.
Exactly.
But yeah, y'all fucking stay tuned this Thursday, man. We be here. So
yeah, well, once someone might have a day off to go be in the kitchen and make some cookies, though. No, but I admit though, you've improved your football talk. When you talk about football, it's not with disgust. It's now because we talk about it so much. You're starting to pick up on what we talk about. So
I'm still fucking disgusted. Sure.
Nigga, that's at least now when you're.
I think these parlays need to hit. That's why. Like the NBA disgusting me right now. Like,
yeah, we're gonna talk about these parlays on the football show and how these fucking upsets are starting to because they're wreaking havoc on my parlays on some serious shit. Yeah, we'll talk about that on Thursday though. But yeah, let's.
You the only one got a consistent home team. Everybody else home team, I feel like be like up and down. Like. I can't bet on the Jets. I can't bet on no Yankees. I can't bet on no Heat, no Bears, no none of these. All these niggas be so hit or miss. Like Heat be low scoring, 98 points, 101. Then one night just 121. Like goddamn, nigga, like shit. Piss me off. But yeah, y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all got that Batman. that Batman apology cartoon coming out. So yeah, y'all be on the lookout.
Absolutely, yo. So yeah, so for myself, Pat Scorpion, New England representative. For LB Shuttleworth, the God, the Go artist. For King P Bodega P, wherever he is. For Conscious Pilot and for Rome Top 5. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk. Where as always, it's Shitsville. We talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Peace. Tell every